Can I level with you guys? I was wondering why chat was so slow. I was talking about Weezer albums for like a minute and a half. And I'm like, damn, they really hate my ass, even though they're the ones who brought it up. And then I looked at OBS and I had hit start recording instead of start streaming. So I have like I just deleted a 40-second video of me going, what do you mean there's no Weezer albums worth listening to? They've got exactly 2. The Blue Album, which is a top 50 album of the 90s, might be higher, but that's going to require me to actually go through the catalogs. And then you got Pinkerton, which is up there as well. And then the rest of them, you can, listen to some of them. You can listen to some of the songs until about, say, like 2000 and, well, Make Believe. Make Believe is probably where you should cut. And then just honestly at that point, just go back to Blue and Pinkerton and then just start from the top again. You forgetting about Hurley? Nope. Hey, Anel, what are your thoughts on Jason Derulo just posting popular videos on YouTube? I don't know. I was thinking that too about O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ice Cube's son. I was like, the man was in Straight Outta Compton. He's in Cocaine Bear, but then like I always see him on Twitter and he's reposting like Fear Buck. He's always posting like, you won't believe what she said after this customer service interaction. And I'm like, you're famous. You don't need to be Twitter blue engagement farming. Your dad is Ice Cube, man. He's in Ingrid Goes West. Exactly, man. Why are you out here, trying to get $75 off Twitter blue? All right, we're so back. How was the Peloton? It was great. It was an elite ride today. 5 egg carton members. I didn't forget about you, T Deviants. 4 that joined at 6:40 and 1 that joined at like 7:45 or something like that. The 4 original Andrews, myself included, all averaged over 200 watts. That's an elite ride. I was talking about it in the Peloton Discord as well. I don't care if this is what's really happening, but it's something I see a lot on these 90-minute rides. The egg carton is zooming, okay? 180, 190, 200, 210 watt averages. Normies join the ride, and they ride for like 15 minutes at 100 watts. Nothing, disrespectable about it. But then I think they start the ego ride, and they go, look at these motherfuckers that are going like 200 watts. I can keep up with them. Exercise isn't really about consistency and, area under the curve and stuff like that. It's just about being built different. It's just about having a good attitude. It's just about turning it on when like the moment strikes. So then for like 10 minutes, they ride at 230 watts. And then for the rest of the ride, 0 watts. The whole ride, they just blow themselves up and leave. I don't know why. They just like you could have just hung in for 90 minutes at whatever pace you were comfortable with, had a good cardiovascular experience. But instead they're like, I'm not going to let these guys get out in front of me. And then they blow themselves out, man. Or maybe like, they got diarrhea or something. It's happened to me too. Maybe they're doing interval training. Yeah, maybe they popped into the 90-minute scenic Tuscany ride and said, you know what my plan is today? 10 minutes at no level of effort. 15 minutes at a suicidal level of effort, and then just let the screen play for the next 55 minutes. You don't know their journey, man. You don't know their journey. Valve needs to extend the Deadlock playtest hours so it's in your stream time. I mean, I was like semi-interested, but then I found out it's a MOBA, and then I'm like not that interested anymore. But like MOBA is like, it's great tech for like 1 to 2 stream segments, and then it's like, you gotta sell high. Because if you don't sell high and you get addicted, you end up being like one of those Valo streamers who's like, super excited, cozy Valo today, viewer count 30% of what it normally is. Chat's asking each other, hey, I just had a yummy lasagna. What did you guys have for lunch today? And then there's like one psycho in chat that's like, you should peek corridor right now. But everybody else is asleep. I might be quiet quitting, but I'm not at that level yet. That's as soon as someone in chat says, have you guys ever had Bunbo Hui? I just had the most amazing Bunbo Hui. You know it's over, man. I played some Wingspan on Steam this weekend too. I think we're going to play some Wingspan this week. But the caveat is that I need the people joining me for Wingspan, and I'm not throwing shade at them. This is like a big ask. I need them to do the tutorial, which is like 35, 40 minutes. And I need them to play like one practice game against the AI as well. Because I am not explaining the rules of Wingspan while we play Wingspan. It's not that, I know people always say this, once you've played a couple hours, it's not that complicated. But you motherfuckers who said it's easier than Clank are stupid. No disrespect, you lied to me. It is not easier than Clank. In Clank, you have a hand of cards, you play them, and then you buy stuff from a shop. That's basically it. In Wingspan, there's 4 habitats. In order to get a habitat, you gotta have enough eggs to play the bird, and you also have to have enough food to play the bird. But if you haven't played birds in the forest habitat, then you don't get enough food to actually play your bird. So it's about setting up like an engine. You gotta set up an engine. Oh, by the way, there's 372 birds in the game. It is good though. You're right. There are 3 habitats, not 4. There's only 4 options of things to do per turn. Why do you lie? Why can't you just be board game players and be like, it's okay, it's hard. It's harder than Candy Crush. There are 4 things you can do every turn. But yes, the crux of the game, if you're like, just to complete a game in last place is not hard. You could just, I lay eggs willy-nilly. I fucking grab food willy-nilly. I draw cards willy-nilly. That's not the way you play the game. The way you play the game is, oh, fuck, I have to make sure that on turn 3, I have at least 2 bugs and a cherry and a fish so that I can play this bird, which gives me 1 more turn to lay eggs so I can activate all the brown powers on my other birds in this location, which will allow me to come in first instead of second on the bonus objective for this round. Some board games require 5 hours of reading. Yes, those are harder, man. You have to remember, I'm your tether to normalcy. If you go out to the fucking local game store and you play board games that get you to the point where the Overton window has moved so much that Wingspan is not like semi-complicated, then you are in like the 0.5%. Like there's motherfuckers out there, their eyes glaze over when you try to explain the rules of operation. Like we got people out there that can't understand exploding kittens. And you're out here like, well, it's not that hard compared to like Twilight Struggle. Yeah, no shit, brother. I don't know anybody that's as much of a loser as me that's going to sit down for like an 8-hour game of Twilight Struggle on a fucking Saturday in August. It's the summertime. It's beautiful outside. The sun has started going down sooner. Our time is ticking. Soon we will be eating dinner in the dark, okay? You got to make hay while the sun is up. It's really like, it's pretty simple. Yeah, good. Set your friends up for complete despair. They're going to have a lot of fun. So the 5-minute explanation for Wingspan is pretty simple. You either like grab food, lay eggs, or draw cards. Okay, let's have some fun. Oh, end of the game, I got 113 points and you got 6. You want to play again? Fuck you, man. How was Haidilao? It gets a 5 out of 5 on the boom meter for sure. Haidilao is a Chinese hot pot chain we went to for the first time this weekend. Let me hit you with, why is it 5 out of 5 booms? 1 boom, hot pot is tasty. 2nd boom, as soon as we sat down, they gave our daughter a little plastic toy. Now, was it a cheap toy? Yeah, but we were like at a restaurant. That shit has not happened at a family restaurant since like 1993. Toy at the start of the meal? Are you crazy? Boom number 3, self-serve soup and sauce bar. Sesame oil, oyster sauce, soy sauce, fish sauce, Thai chilies, scallions, coriander, crushed garlic, etc., etc. Boom number 4, cat robot brings you your food, comes around and goes, meow, and then they take the trays off of the cat robot and put it at next to your hot pot. Number 5 is tasty. You could probably get like 7 booms because they also have like a locked kids play area, which sounds like, oh, you get to like put your kids in prison, but it's like the inmates are begging to be in prison. They're like, please put me in prison. They were in there watching like Peppa Pig. Boom number 7, Every time they come to the table, they speak Chinese to my wife, and she has to say, sorry, I don't speak Chinese, while I'm just sitting there. Boom number 8, floor-to-ceiling doors in the bathroom stalls. Flossers in the bathroom, Q-tips in the bathroom, mouthwash in the bathroom. Boom number 9, if you order noodles, a motherfucker comes out and starts doing a dance with them. He was like, we ordered noodles, but we didn't get the special dance, but the dude was going like whipping it around his head, while everyone at the table that ordered it was like looking at their phone and stuff. It was sick, man. This place can't be real. It's Haidilao, bro. Kate did not say the secret phrases for prizes, but this was our first time eating there, so I'm hoping we go back. They were individually packaged flossers. They were. Was it expensive? It was, but part of the reason it was so expensive is because we didn't know how much to order. So like we ordered some meat, and then I was like, damn, we don't have any vegetables. So I got a full order of cabbage and a full order of spinach. My ass did not realize that it was probably like 3 cups of spinach came out. And I was like, that's too much. Especially when you like apply the entire cabbage to it as well. Next time, 1/2 order of spinach, probably good enough. You convinced me there's one at the mall near me. I'm telling you, it's good, man. It's good. Go to Haidilao. Maybe go during happy hour. At happy hour, they have some deals. Is whale watching fun in Vancouver? One of the funny things about like being from a city is like oftentimes you don't do things in the city that you're from. Like I went to the Vancouver Maritime Museum with my daughter this weekend. First time I've ever been to it. I've lived here for 12 years. I've never been whale watching in Vancouver, even though there is whale watching here. I've done it twice in Alaska. It's literally like the only reason I haven't done it here is I'm like, I fucking live here. I'm not going to do tourist shit in the place where I live. Then I go to a different city and I'm like, Maritime Museum, let's go. They had some VTuber shit on the menu. We don't need to just talk about Haidilao, but someone in chat, I just want to say, because someone in chat said like, I thought Haidilao was fancy. Why do they have a location at the mall? Haidilao is not fancy. What Haidilao is a trip back to 1993. What the fuck is up with my camera, dude? It's the wrong direction. Do we have an earthquake this weekend? That ain't right. Shit looks tilted as hell. Oh well. But anyway, Haidilao is not a fancy restaurant. What it is it's a throwback to family restaurants in North America from like the mid to late 20th century. You know, you go out with your, maybe grandma's paying, grandpa's paying, your grandparents, your parents, and you go out to dinner. You get a toy. They got like maybe a weird little puppet on a zip line that goes across the restaurant, or like a train that goes on tracks around the outside. And then like the great financial crisis happened, and now in North America, they're like, I'm sorry, we can't afford to have like fun shit for kids in a restaurant and give them like a little plastic piece of shit when it's over, because I mean, it's a hard business selling $28 cheeseburgers to overgrown kids here. Now, for some reason, Haidilao can still give my kid a toy at the start. They can have like a little play area in there. They can have like, they can do fun entertainment stuff like that. I don't know how, apparently you can get manicures at the restaurant. I don't know. Apparently there's secret phrases, and if you utter them, you get more reward points. Like, I don't fully understand it, but when the robots start barking at you and the next table's getting their nails filled, I think it's a vision for a better life, man. What ocean is better, Atlantic or Pacific? It's not even close. Pacific clears. Pacific Ocean touches New Zealand, Australia, Japan, Korea, Canada, United States, all of the west coast of South America, all the west coast of North America, all of the west coast of Central America. Pacific Ocean is bigger. Pacific Ocean is, I don't know, it's just better in basically every single way, as this essay will prove. Atlantic, I mean, they've got a lot of history, don't get me wrong. But I like whenever, like, East Coast Andes try to tell you, like, oh, it's that, excuse me, he crossed the Atlantic. Okay, Charles Lindbergh, call me when you cross the Pacific. Oh, wait, you can't because it's too far for your Spirit of St. Louis to fly? Yeah, no kidding. No kidding, man. Pacific is the best ocean in the world. It clears Atlantic's probably number 2 in my personal rankings. I don't know, I'm like romantic about the Arctic Ocean. Maybe it's because I watched The Terror a few years ago. I think it's kind of sick that you could be like sailing and then your boat could be like, hold up, I'm frozen now. And you're like, okay, how long is that going to take to fix? And they're like, could be like 7 years. We don't know. We got to wait for an unseasonable El Nino so that the ice flows kind of break apart. And you're like, dang, dude. Shackleton could never, except that time that he did, I think. Okay, we're playing Tactical Breach Wizards. Let me explain to you what Tactical Breach Wizards is as I can understand it, okay? It is an Into the Breach style tactics game. It's been in development for a long time. It's developed by Tom Francis and his team. I don't want to, subscribe unnecessarily to Auteur Theory, okay? What else have they made? They made Gunpoint, and then the one after Gunpoint that everybody likes that I've forgotten the name of because I stopped being a games critic and started becoming like half just reaction content on Twitch. Heat Signature, that's it. Heat Signature, the spaceship one. I remember that. Now, Tactical Breach Wizards, I like both of the previous games, okay? But Tactical Breach Wizards, I was kind of on the fence because I was like, I don't know if it's going to make great streaming content. A lot of people told me to play it, and then I checked the reviews on Steam where I was going to say liars don't prevail, but it is liars. It's just a different kind of liar, I guess. And it has 98% overwhelmingly positive reviews, with reviewers saying things like it's possibly inspired by Into the Breach, but possibly even better than Into the Breach, which is a crazy pull, and tactics gamers don't say stuff like that lightly. Into the Breach, possibly one of the most underrated, criminally underrated games of all time. Its cardinal sin, of course, is that FTL is an 11 out of 10, and Into the Breach for the first 100 hours might only be a 10.9999999, which makes the average gamer think that it's a C+, when it's actually like an S++. But anyway, we're gonna play, at some point we're gonna start playing the game, okay, I promise? I don't really know the structure. I don't know if it's campaign driven, if it's instance driven, if it's roguelite-ish. I think it's campaign driven, but we'll check it out, okay? Let's play on default difficulty first. WizTech, this is Mage Actual. Now I'm gonna move my camera. We just need to figure out where to move it to, okay? We're in position. Suppression Hex is online. By the way, you might be wondering what the heck is what's the aesthetic? What's the theming? It's XCOM with wizards. So instead of, they got the XCOM, military industrial complex PMC garb, but they also have magical powers, and I'm assuming magical weapons as well. We're in position. Suppression Hex is online. Trauma control charms up. Breach glyphs are hot. All right, Zan. What's Foresight telling you? I'm seeing 3 Sprig Acolytes, Softwood Silence, Mac 10s. Want me to leave you one? If you're gonna get cocky, I'm not coming to your funeral. If I ever get cocky enough to die, I'll have the decency to get you killed too. What the heck? I wish I had that kind of camaraderie with anybody in my life. Oh, look, we got a credits drop at the start too. Left you an easy one, Zan. Wow, patronizing. Select your 3-bolt burst and then issue order on the enemy to shoot them. Okay, give me a second here. I think I'm going to belong... This is where I am on the political compass too, right? What is this one? Is this one, what's next, a license to make toast in my own toaster? This one is, this one's fascism. This one is like, give me your toaster. And then this one is like, nobody should have toasters. And then this one is like, nobody can tell me what to do with my toaster. And then this one is like, you need a license to use the toaster. Okay. I'm probably, I don't know. I'm just going to put my camera here and leave it at that. I don't know. Yeah, put me right in the middle. Put me in the enlightened center. What are we doing here, Liv? Ben Affleck on the set of Armageddon. They've got us raiding a Druid Mafia smuggling ship. How is this a military op? You know I don't ask those kinds of questions, Zan. And you know I sleep better than you. You're good with using force in Medellin waters? Go in quick and clean like I taught you, and they'll never know who hit them. I feel like that didn't address the substance of my question, but I guess it's not the time. Okay, we're moving on. It's nothing against the writing. I'm not a lore-driven Andy, I'm a tactics-driven Andy, okay? I'm good for 4, but I'll let you feel useful. Get exploded. Okay, you're in a world of hurt. You got lots of people on you. That was only 2. I'm letting you blossom. Okay, I will move to the laptop. Shoot the enemy you can't take cover from. That seems like a good piece of advice. I will shoot you, which has knocked you out the window and killed you. Use the take cover ability or you'll be shot at the end of your turn. Take cover does not cost any energy. That's good to know. End turn to commit everything you've done and proceed. Knock out all enemies, 1 left. Use the laptop to open the security door. I mean, I think that this is a gimme, brother. How does 3 bolt burst do 1 damage? You got me pressed here. You got me doing fractions. Every bolt does 1/3 of 1 damage. Come on, man. Come on. Don't be ridiculous. If they hit a wall, remaining knockback is taken as damage. So if I'm correct, you are going to take 1 damage off of this, but no damage from the knockback? No, you're going to get pushed out the window. No, you're going to take 1 damage from the knockback. Clear. It showed that. I'm just being silly, I guess. And then get up to the edge of the door and chill. Chill for more story. The window? I don't know the structure of a boat, man. I only go on cruise ships, as you so callously remind me. There's an auto advance feature, so you don't have to read the dialogue. I'll give it I gotta give it a good faith try for a little bit before I just turn it off. Otherwise, everybody's upset. You read everything at first, and then you go like yada yada, and then you read nothing, and you just click through the stuff as much as possible. We at least need to know who the characters are, though. Maybe I'll feel it for all of the 0 seconds I'm clearing the room and extracting unharmed. Don't rush this one, Liv. There's a wild card in that room. I'm a chronomancer, Zan. I'm just saying, if something goes south, you know your orders. The asset is the priority. For me, the juice is the squeeze. Got it. You gonna breach this year? Me to the whales when I go whale watching on vacation? I guess the whales don't work for the whaling corporation, though. What the hell? You only have time to deal with 1 threat. Try saving Liv and see if they shoot the hostage. Try saving the hostage and see if Liv can save herself. Okay. Try saving Liv and see if they shoot the hostage. So if we move here and shoot the extractor, they will go out the window. And Liv is saved. And then we foresee, and the hostage gets shot in the head. So that's bad. Tell me you saved the asset? I would like to rewind. Try saving the hostage and see if Liv can save herself. I think I see where this is going. Foresee for 1 action. Shit, I can't save them both. I think this is the only call. The hostage must survive. The hostage is safe. End your turn. Rushwater PD holding cells. Hi, me again. Don't know if you heard, the station is currently being raided by a Spec Ops team, one of whom can transcend time. So true. First pitch, 3 bolt burst outside. He swings. He feels like he's drowning. Second pitch, chain lightning right down the middle. Strike 2. Your last potion sucked. Hex yourself. That's not what he says. Whatever. You would think I spent all weekend on Twitter. I don't, okay? Spent a lot of time this weekend trying to figure out how the fuck to play Wingspan. Still, I'm good enough to play it and lose to the AI with like knowing what I'm doing. I'm not good enough to explain it to my friends yet. That comes with a certain level of mastery. If you tell me why you shot Wexler, I can get you out of here before even more of it is on fire. How? A breach cliff ought to do it. If not, 2. And if I don't satisfy your curiosity, you'll leave me here to die? Classy. When you hear it back, it doesn't sound great, does it? Flashbang out? The hell just happened? I think you just met Liv Kennedy. I didn't love it. I'm so sorry. In my head, I was like, all I could think of is Liv is like the most ironic name. For the president I mean, I was going to say most famous for being killed, but I guess he also started the Apollo project. But like, I'm not happy about making the joke, just to be clear. It's an intrusive thought that popped into my head. It's all coming together. Name a wizard. Apprentice for a doubloon. Name a wizard. Name a wizard. Any wizard. A wizard. Fuck you, potion file. Name a wizard. A wizard. I gotta go. Jen, I think they heard about the Rushwater thing. Now they get efficient. All right, now it's getting serious. Now, hang on. Confidence goals. There are extra goals that boost the wizard's confidence, which can give them more daring outfits. Try for them, but don't stress it. You can always come back and get them later with new perks you've unlocked. Did you really find Wingspan too heavy? No, it's not. First off, you're using gatekeeping terms like heaviness. In the real world, we say complicated or perhaps even hard if we're trying to play with a more generalized audience. Secondly, all I did was push back on the idea that people are like, it only takes 5 minutes to learn. Yeah, it only takes 5 minutes to learn after you do the 45-minute in-game tutorial. If you show up to board game night and you say it only takes 5 minutes to learn, nobody is going to know what the hell they're doing with Wingspan. You're going to get 106 points. Everybody else is going to get 32 points, and they're never going to want to play it again with you. But you're going to get the nerd cred of being like, actually, it's pretty easy to understand. It's not even close to like insert board game here that takes like 20 minutes to set up. It is a complicated board game, man. 30 minutes, I think, is fair, but it's 30 minutes of like attentive listening. Here we go. It's baby's first engine builder. This is why I washed out of the board game community, man. You can't just play a game for fun. It's got to be like, you learn how to play the game and then you go up to, it's like the Pareto principle, but for board gaming. Everybody excels to like the most difficult game that they could possibly have fun with. And then they get stuck there forever. And you get stuck with some dude who's like, you know, this is how you end up with those Magic the Gathering, like, graybeard nerds who you're like, can I read the card? And they're like, you don't need to read the card. It's just a reprint of Swords to Plowshares, but it doesn't have a kicker. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's the Peter principle. Pareto is 80-20. Yeah, 80% of the time I use the right term for something I'm referring to, and 20% of the time you can fill in the gaps. It's not that complicated. You brought the newt bones? Me when my friend brings the newt bones? Wizard Walter White be like, okay. Well, that exchange raised a lot more questions than it answered. You look like you want to ask something. Who's the guy in the Dayglow robe? Ugh, that's Steve. Steve Clark, traffic warlock. I keep running into him on my cases. I always forget what a slimy prick he truly is. Get fucked, Steve. Just a little Flight of the Conchords score. So true. Wizard Walter White be like, Zezzy, I'm compelled to brew. I can hit some units and knock them around, which also picks up a kill. But the knock is really important. Because now you have to move to hit me, which means I can get a predictive shot. And I guess I could always just use a Gale Grenade. It doesn't knock you out the... Oh, that's because it's a door, it's not a window. You ever get hit with that when you're blocking the blackboard in class? What are you talking about? I remember we were doing a spelling test in class one time. I was standing up at the front, and then one of the girls, I'm not going to say her name, but let's just say it rhymes with shmeshmeka, said, yeah, I have a question. Has Ryan ever heard that boys make better doors than windows? I just remember, I was like 11, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she was like, can you sit down so I can read the board? I didn't say I probably said, what do you mean? Still, it fucking pissed me off, dude. I remember it to this day, clearly.
What's up?
What's up? I was waiting for that, man.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. I was telling my chat that I got up very early today, and I was like, this is the perfect day to see my trainer, and then he canceled on me, which is fine because I had the whole day to myself, and that's great.
So Sunday was like the first day it didn't rain in forever.
Uh-huh.
So I woke up at 5:45 so I could get to the tennis courts when they opened at 6. Got to the tennis court, fucking squeegeed the court down with this antediluvian mop that they keep there. Played a couple hours of tennis, got home. My kid was just waking up. You know how good it feels to have gotten 2 hours of vitamin D? Are you okay?
That's great. So wait, what time did you get to the courts? 'Cause I know you were saying there's like stiff competition to get a spot.
Like 6:20.
Oof.
Pretty early.
That's great.
But then like I feel bad because like there's 2 courts with the wall. And like me and another dude got there at like 6:20, and then another dude showed up at like 6:32 and just looked like crestfallen and then left. But I was like, sorry, brother, that's the early bird gets the worm.
Yeah, wake up earlier, motherfuckers.
It has happened to me many a time. MALF, hello, MALF.
Hey, MALF. The clank music is so intense. I'm just sitting on the menu. It's like the fucking Battle of Mordor starting.
It is.
Is it?
It is.
Is it in you?
Gatorade. Is it
Plank.
in you?
Is it in you?
Is it in you?
Librarian, pull that up. It's Michael Jordan B-roll from a Gatorade commercial, but he can't get the cadence right.
Gatorade, is it in you? Gatorade, is it in you?
That's great.
Wait.
No.
Gatorade.
I gotta hear
Is
it.
it in you?
Right. Ready? Is it in you?
you?
Ready? Gatorade, is it in you? Gatorade, is it? Gatorade, is it in you? Gatorade, is it in you? Gatorade, Gatorade, is it in you? Gatorade, Gatorade, is it in you? Okay, ready? Gatorade, is it in you? No, don't like that.
It's a real video, I promise.
It's very good.
He just keeps going, Gatorade, is it in you? Gatorade, is it in you?
I'm straight hiding, bro.
The head of my penis after 45 minutes on the Peloton.
45 minutes, like 15 minutes anymore, bro.
Dude, I don't know what happened. I think it actually might be like a bad sign, but I don't get turtled anymore.
You're so lucky.
You have a callus now.
I think it might something to do with
You got a
that.
callus on that thing.
I think you actually just probably lost enough weight.
Oh, there's less like force being applied in the yeah. Because
For me,
for anybody who doesn't know, depending on the kinematics of it, like when you ride in the seated position on the bike for too long, if you're circumcised, your phantom foreskin will reclaim the head.
that's true. Yeah, that's
And it does not feel good. And then,
Phantom foreskin.
like it feels
inside,
bad.
bro.
Yeah, it feels bad, and then it gets like very, very uncomfortable, and then it goes completely numb, and you gotta kind of strangle the shit out of it to get your property back.
I'm always reaching in my shorts and pulling on it.
It's like if you get to it fast enough, like it just pops right out. It's like I needed the oxygen, but if you wait too long, then it's like it's Baywatch, man. You gotta do like CPR on it. Like it doesn't want to pop out anymore.
Now,
It's
Ryan,
so annoying.
like you ride for longer than me, so I'm hoping you've had the same experience, because otherwise maybe I should go to the doctor. But afterwards, have you ever like gazed upon your member and noticed that it's like it's like shriveled?
Oh yeah.
It's like it hasn't had blood flow in like an hour.
Yeah, it's not doing
It's
its-
looking real sad.
It's not.
Gazing upon their member.
It's like when you look at your plants after you come back from vacation. Like it's not like you're like they're still doing like photosynthesis. Like the mitochondria are still popping in there, but like it's not at its peak like condition for sure.
Dude, it's fucked up. Like I've said before that like you'll have like good dick days and bad, or like big dick days and small dick days.
That's damn true.
Like you'll like. I know for sure because I have a mirror right over my toilet. So
Over your toilet?
Over the toilet, so you know when you're having a good
Oh,
dick.
so you look at your dick while you piss.
I'm always looking at my dick when
From
I
the
piss.
third person perspective.
Yeah, so like,
Always looking at his dick. when
He's got third person dick perspective while pissing.
yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
But dude, it looks particularly sad after a long ride.
Yeah.
I took apart a disco ball and then I glued all the mirrors inside the toilet bowl.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
That's second
disco
person.
Is there RGB in there?
toilet? Yeah, my gamer toilet.
A little RGB.
There's a little window in the side of the toilet so you can see the poop in it.
Dude, just a DX Racer toilet that just looks like a toilet, but it has like the racing back on it would be sick.
Who's my little gamer toilet?
Me.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, I hate that. It still fucks me up that they say pussy in Grease Lightning.
Do they?
When?
Yeah.
Wait, Grease Lightning?
Yeah.
What's Grease Lightning?
The song.
Go
The movie
Grease
with John
Lightning,
Oh, the song.
go,
No,
go.
the movie's Grease.
The song is Grease
Yeah,
Lightning.
Grease.
I see.
Yeah.
They
Did you
call
say
it
pussy?
they call it a pussy wagon. Cause it purrs.
3 years. Oh, sorry.
I remember as a kid that it like blowing my mind,
Oh,
and I was like, they could say that.
In the 1950s,
It just meant
filtered
cat,
through the
right?
70s. They also say
Yeah,
that chicks
Daddy-o.
will cream. Did it say?
Hey, no.
I didn't
really.
think that was even like invented till the 2000s.
They said that?
I don't think they were creaming back then. Well, at least I gotta remember,
people-
Grease
yeah,
wasn't
people were
made in the
creaming.
50s. Grease was made in like the early or the mid 70s, right?
Yeah, but it's like placed in the 50s, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
People in the 50s were crazy creaming.
No, they weren't creaming back then.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think they were creaming more than us now, honestly.
When did they switch from
Speak for
jism
yourselves.
to jizz? Like when was jism used like endearingly?
Oh, like 1601.
That's so cool.
Jizz is a funny word.
Yeah.
Jism is so funny.
Yeah, it's like the proper
Why
form
jism?
of jizz.
Yeah.
like
It's like the proto, like the unrefined jizz.
the more socially acceptable. Like if I was making a speech to a business,
Yeah, like
I would use. You got to
that's
make sure I
like-
use jism, not jizz.
yeah,
Use the
if
slang.
you're giving a lecture on cum. You
Yeah,
have to say
yeah.
jism. Yeah.
Dude, oh man, that reminds me. A couple of weeks ago, when my dad was visiting, and we were driving. We
I
had to
knew
get
it was
something
coming.
at the Home Depot, and he's got like all these like old classic songs and whatnot that are playing, and I can't remember the name of the song, but this guy is talking about whatever, oh, she's so hot, high school girl, da 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 da, she got me screaming in my shorts, and I'm like, the guy actually says that in the song.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
he's like creaming in my pants. I'm like, what?
It is crazy how there's like, I feel like a whole era of music where everyone was just like, we could sing about being pedophiles a little bit.
Yeah.
it's like no, that's horrible.
It's not even an era. This shit is like
Why
a
was everyone
century
okay
and a
with this?
half.
I mean, it was basically until like 1990 or something. Like,
I guess some people didn't get the memo. if you know what I mean.
yeah, right.
Are you suggesting you're gripping? Not you're, but somebody.
Someone's gripping.
Somewhere, someone is out there gripping.
Was it Smokey Robinson's Gasms?
I remember this
my
from
God.
Kory telling me. Okay, yes, the Beatles did say she was just 17, if you know what I mean, but they were 16 when they wrote the song. So if anything, that song is about a pedophile. It's not from the perspective of a pedophile.
Yeah.
You got it backwards.
I still
Yeah,
think
no,
it's so
Smoke-
cool that John and Paul cranked it together.
Dude,
Right?
the Beatles are very funny. You ever see the picture of like the Beatles all drew each other, and like every single one of them is just dripping with malice. Like the George Harrison one, he has like a caveman like unibrow. He looks like he's straight out of the year like 10,000 BC. Did you know when Minions talk in the Minion movies, the subtitle says "speaking Minionese"?
Wow.
Shit cracks me up every single time.
It's kind of fucked up, honestly.
They don't translate what the minions are saying. They just put text on the screen that says "speaking Minionese."
What the fuck?
It's so good.
Why not
man.
just say speaking Minion?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't even think about it, man.
Yeah, why'd they have to paint it that way, man?
They did of all the choices. They could have gone with French, speaking minion.
It's so intentional, you know.
speaking minch.
Oh man,
God.
I didn't even think about
Speaking
that
merman.
shit.
I would say speaking Munyon because it's
Oh, I like it.
Ooh, yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Good.
It is fun.
I never felt one way or another about the Minions. I had no opinion of them at all. Other than like, oh yeah, it seems like they're probably it's a kids thing that looks a little annoying.
Yep.
Until I was talking to my mom and she was like, I saw the new Minions movie. It's so good, and I was like, this is adorable. I love the Minions now.
Yes, dude.
Now I'm pro Minion.
He's pro minion.
I'm pro Minion.
I think I saw like the first Despicable Me, and I was like, this is okay, but like,
See, that's crazy because you were probably like 29 when it came out.
man, like Steve Carell's voice is kind of annoying.
He's got a
Yeah,
fucking
he is.
banana. if he wants it. Is that a banana?
That shit is Minionese, man.
Yeah.
But then I didn't even think the minions were a thing, and then like 10, like time progressed on, and I was like, why is there minion merch? Like, what the fuck? People care about this shit? Like, what the fuck is this crap?
people love merch.
I think India's
You love
fucking
merch.
with the Minions, right?
Probably.
I think they love the Minions over there. Or in like Ohio or whatever.
Ohio's definitely got Minion fever.
Ohio's got minion fever. I like it. I think I'm gonna do that.
That would be so
And
sick.
that.
White boy orders in perfect Minionese. Waiter shop.
Oh, that's a really.
You
fucking
won't
good.
believe the look. He walks in the store just banana.
That is real
Oh
fucking good.
fuck, man.
I don't know shit about the Minions except for that, but
Holy-
Oh, that's a great YouTube video right there. It's just a great like
that is so fucking
15-second TikTok.
but it would be so funny if you did it at a Chinese restaurant.
Ryan's on one today.
It's Clank. It's Clank, man.
I feel like Clank really does bring out the best of us.
They got me clanking.
Everyone's recoiling from that joke.
Well, dude, it's got me laughing because I'm just thinking about the inverse of it, which is that we went to Haidilao for hot pot this weekend, and then every time the server came over, they spoke to my wife in Chinese, and we just had to like
oh yeah,
look at them and then go
Been
sorry. Yeah,
Been there. Gone to Asian restaurant, any denomination, and they look at me and then at Alice.
Yeah.
And start talking to her, and she's like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
I'm like, damn, lady, this used to be a Swiss Chalet.
I went to Swiss Chalet once, and I was like, this place kind of sucks.
Yeah,
What
Swiss
is
Chalet.
Swiss
is-
Chalet? It's supposed
Like
to be
once ever?
A nice place, fancy
Yeah,
place.
it's like a Boston market kind of.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
a little bit more sit down.
Bro,
like
I kind of
they-
miss. I'm a Boston market apologist.
Dude,
Whenever I
they
bring
were
that shit up,
good,
It
man.
was fucking good, man. I missed that place.
Yes, for sure. That used to be good too.
When Boston
happens.
chicken dropped, it was great.
Yeah, dude, that shit was great. I used
Then they changed the
Boston-
market, and I was like, I don't
Boston
know what's
chicken.
going on.
me and my
That's
me
what
and
they
my
were
mom
called.
ate there like once a week.
It was great. Yeah, it was good.
Get like a quarter chicken, mashed potatoes, and a little piece of cornbread for like fucking $6.
All right, that is exactly what Swiss Chalet is.
Okay.
So
They serve quarter chicken meals, and then at Christmas
Yeah,
time they have
rotisserie.
Toblerones.
I went to we went to a Swiss Chalet here. It no longer exists, as Ryan noted.
I know exactly which one. That shit is like Broadway and fur.
No.
What the fuck? There was more than one Swiss Chalet here?
Yeah. Like, I ordered the chicken, whatever. I got like the Swiss Chalet sauce, and I was like, "Yo, this stuff is not good." Like,
You're crazy.
This chicken is worse than Costco.
It,
Costs twice as much, and the
Yeah.
Swiss Chalet sauce tastes like ass.
it's watered down.
Damn.
Some people just don't like the chalet sauce. But
It's
watered down.
like weird. It's got like a really weird flavor.
If you didn't grow up in Ontario, then shut up about chalet
Yeah.
sauce, okay? That shit hits different, like Canadian Thanksgiving when it's -1.
What?
It's not called Ontario Chalet. It's called fucking Swiss Chalet, man.
Yeah,
I'm
but
thinking
it's
Canada
like
has a
the
weird
Swiss-
thing with calling things based on other places
They do.
outside of Canada.
Boston
pizza.
pizza?
Boston pizza
New York
doesn't make sense.
fries, Montana's, there's many more, right? But
I heard a story last week when you said Cobra. It reminded me a story of a guy. I want to say it was in Thailand who went to use a public bathroom and then got bit in his balls by a Burmese python. It was hiding
Kory
in the
always
toilet.
fucking comes with these stories, man. Like yesterday when he was like, "Did you guys see Trout Trump?" and then posted a
Trumpy
picture.
Trout.
He posted like some as seen on TV, like
It's definitely not a sex toy.
it's like a
Bro, it's
puppet of Trump that's a fish or something.
Bro,
like,
it's like the Billy Big Mouth Bass.
yeah.
You put it on they're selling it on Newsmax.
A message from the 45th President of the United Ponds of America.
Let's make fishing great again, okay?
He's here, everyone's favorite fish, Trumpy Trout.
No one has ever seen a fish like me.
Trumpy Trout is an animatronic talking fish with a big personality.
I am the hugely bigliest fish in the pond.
It's kind of
They have a whole commercial. He's like, "I'm the best bass in the world," or something like that. It's so cringe, and then like,
cringe.
yeah, it's got a real sexy mouth.
Did he say cringe or based?
It's like was it last election cycle? They came out with the Trumpy bear, and then a guy's like, he's like, "Yeah, I'm a retired Marine, and I just love having my Trumpy bear riding shotgun on the front of my motorcycle." And it's like they show him driving a Harley with the teddy bear in the windscreen.
Oh, man.
Trumpy Bear sits proudly at the front of the motorcycle and loves to cruise with his brother.
I'm a former Marine, and I'm proud to have Trumpy Bear ride by my side. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
A lot of people are trying to put our kids through college on the Trumpy Bears, so if you could just chill out a little bit.
Oh man.
I'm sitting on my Trumpy Bears until they get more value.
Diamond hands.
I don't know why I'm just
Wait,
reminded of this now, but you remember that? I don't remember the guy's name, but he was in, I want to say Trump's cabinet, but
What was he doing in
designed
there?
a toilet for guys with big dicks. You remember that?
LBJ?
No, this was like a recent guy. Where like he was in politics, but he also patented the big dick toilet.
Jake the Snake?
And that's it.
Why,
Is he biting people in there?
why do you need a big dick toilet?
Because you got a big dick and it hits the
Well,
water.
but like when you sit down?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
so
a
when you
deeper
shit,
bowl.
I
Yeah,
falsely was thinking it's for when you piss, and I was like, why would an alpha male sit to piss? But I get you gotta sit to shit.
Yeah,
I
when,
see.
yeah, when you're
He's
sitting
got
in
an
shit,
alpha
yeah,
male.
yeah. It's got extra room for your shit to hang. And that's
Plus
I'm a
three
mouth.
clank.
Oh yeah,
That's
do
so
it. It's
funny.
worth it. I'm a alpha male and I like to sit.
It was the Attorney General.
male.
It was the Attorney General of the United States who had the patent to the big dick toilet.
The Attorney General.
That's
No,
sick.
Attorney General. Because
Yes. I'm going hard on the feet.
Yeah.
As one does.
Waka Flocka Flame. He goes hard on the mother frickin' feet.
A friend of mine was living in Brooklyn above a tattoo shop, and he was hanging out front one day, and Waka Flocka was there getting tattooed. And my buddy goes, "Hey man, can I grab a picture with you?" And Waka Flocka's response was, "Yeah man, I hope it helps you get some pussy."
Wow.
So my friend went, "Huh," and then posed for a photo with him.
I mean, in a way, isn't that why he's taking the photo though?
I don't
To
think so.
increase his social value by saying, "Check it out, Waka Flocka Flame came to my shop."
I suppose.
Can
I'd
you
like
be
to
a
in a
see
serious
roundabout
for me to
sense?
be like, "Damn, I love my boy."
Can you be a serious individual and name yourself Waka Flocka?
Well,
think so.
he didn't
The
name
dude was
himself. His
Muppet
mom,
posting, man.
his mom named him probably, right?
That's true.
Oh, little baby Waka Flocka.
Waka
that actually
Flocka,
reminds
get
me-
back here! Stop! Stop eating
What's
paint
Waka Flocka
chips.
doing? Waka Flocka still putting out records, or
Your mom?
Yeah, probably.
damn, good for her. Well, that's huge.
That your story reminded me. My story is sans celebrity, but I was at like in high school. I think I was at like a tattoo / piercing place, and a guy I was in high school with, real shithead, but was getting his tongue pierced.
Sick.
At the, like happened to be at the same time we were there. Got his tongue pierced, stood up, walked out of the room, fucking fainted, collapsed like into the wall. Woke up, was like, "Oh, everyone's like, you're alright." He's like, "Yeah, I'm good. Let's go eat some pussy." I was like, "Yeah, dude, you're killing it right now, man."
That's sick, though. Oh man.
That is incredible. Oh fuck.
Oh.
With this freshly open wound.
Yeah, but like, did he stick his tongue out and go like, ah?
Yes. He was probably high on drugs as well, but
That's sick, though.
Jeez.
reminds me of the time Kory found out her full name was Imogen Gay Poots. Yeah, that's a classic.
Pardon? What was it?
There's an actress
he-
named
the-
Imogen Poots, and then her middle name is Gay.
That
Yeah.
rocks.
It's such a wild name.
She was named by Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Right?
I don't think my ass is doing much of anything.
Dude, yeah, we're just chilling up here. We haven't really accomplished a whole lot.
I felt
here.
like I've been playing okay. I've been buying good cards, but like,
Mouse Minion posting.
yeah,
I've got like
Buy
no
this.
feet in my deck. I'm footless.
he's got the cards that are getting him speaking Minionese.
Why do you have to say it?
That's not. It's not weird. That's what it's called, man.
Fake cancel Ryan.
That shit's on Netflix, man.
Fucking I was talking the other day about how like Kevin Smith movies were super formative for me growing up. And like I used to like the Evening with Kevin Smith TVs and stuff too. Like they were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But then I hit a point where I was like, well, I've heard all of his stories, and I don't really follow him anymore. And I'm like, fuck, that's me as a streamer. I bet you people are doing that to me. I've heard all this motherfucker's stories. I like him, but I'm kind of done here. You know?
Did you ever
Oh,
see
no.
Kevin Smith's tweet?
That tweet was damaging. That I did. I don't really. I think that's when we fell off.
What did he tweet?
Oh no.
Now, have you really never heard this before?
I ain't repeating.
No, man. You guys know. You should know. I'm usually off the internet most of the time.
Oh, it's a
when
very
I'm
old
not on
tweet.
it.
It's probably over a decade at this point.
Oh, then I definitely don't know.
Okay, so
Is it like a horny tweet?
no, it's not
Or
like
under
a.
the category?
I mean,
It's just a
kinda.
cringe tweet. It's a cringe tweet. So his tweet was, "It's amazing that we've been married for 10 years and we still fuck like we're cheating on each other with each other. I love the way she pones my dick / balls / brown area." Like that might not be verbatim, but like
You were mostly there.
the important words are verbatim.
he was writing the script for
Yeah, basically.
Jay,
Years
and,
later, he tried to blame his wife on it.
What?
You see
He
that?
did.
He
Tried to
quote
blame his
tweeted
wife
it like
for it,
8
yeah.
years later, being like, "Haha, remember when I let my wife tweet this?" It's like, come on, bro.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think there's something respectable about Kevin Smith is like the 90s cringe nerd who never changed. Like the world was different when he was like talking about like, oh, I fucking love Superman gets my dick rock hard. Like back in 1994, people were like, whoa, this guy's a nerd. And then now people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Everybody loves Superman. Like I think the world has changed around Kevin Smith, but he's resisted the change. So, you know, there's something to be said about that.
Wasn't he at like a Twitch Prime thing?
He was at a PUBG event. I was in
Yes.
for Twitch.
Yeah, and then he won, and they gave him a chicken, but he's vegetarian.
Yes.
He just stood there awkwardly, like.
I remember this vividly. It was funny because I was there and I remember even having the thought like, oh, I want to go say hi to Kevin Smith, and my Twitch partner manager was by me. He was like, go say hi, and I'm like, nah, the ref said we should sit down. I'll do it after. And then he won, so they took him away to get a chicken, and I was like, ah, well, I guess I'll meet him next time. It was playing PUBG in like an airplane hangar in LA.
Was the 2-time there?
Dude.
Yeah. I actually ran into him in a bathroom.
No way!
The only time I ever met him was in a bathroom.
If Kory, if you were pissing and you saw the 6'9" behind you in your piss sphere, oh man.
Oh man, dude. I bet he'd be having a small dick day, honestly.
Holy dude.
Yeah, it was
Ran into him in the
an
bathroom.
airplane hangar, and all the computers were set up on opposite sides of the room with a stage set up for Deadmau5 to play a set.
Oh, I
and
remember.
and a general admission audience in between us.
Oh.
So there were just
man.
like there was a crowd of people just staring at us playing PUBG. It was very weird.
Dude, there's a moment in time, man, when I don't think video games knew what the fuck was going on.
Nah, man, it was an odd
They were
experience.
throwing so much money out there at like weird sponsored events.
PUBG was hot, man.
It was.
Yeah.
That was
Still
It was
is.
for Amazon Prime Day. It was an Amazon event. It's the most I've ever felt like a sellout.
Jiro, would you fucking stop it?
Please stay away from my family. They're visiting Vancouver right now. What the fuck? Dude, I'm not like contagious. I'm not a harbinger of
Are you sick
foul
again?
No, I just said a squeaky voice because I was so upset.
Are you sick?
Sometimes. Can you do that on Twitch? You know, with the V and everything.
I don't know if you can do the V and everything.
You can't do it without the V.
Fuck it, it's
Dude, Justin, what did you do this game?
Yeah, how
The
did you
dragon
die?
hated my shit, man.
I was laughing so hard on Saturday when I learned about Arsenal fans, the football team in England.
You were probably like the last human being to learn. That they call
Apparently.
themselves
Yeah,
gooners.
Dude, holy shit. I looked it up and the first image that showed up said, Shabbat Shalom to all our Jewish gooners. And I just fucking lost my mind.
It is pretty
I
funny.
still don't know what gooners means.
It is really funny.
I don't know what it means. I know what a goon is.
It's like a minion.
It's like Sean William Scott.
As I understand gooning, it is having an array of monitors, each of which is showing pornographic material, and you're jacking off to all of it.
I think it's like jerking off like a goblin.
I think it's goblin-like behavior.
Minion-esque.
What are you saying, Justin, with a question mark? That's the definition I was given.
How many monitors do you have, Justin?
I will say, like, I started showing people my streaming setup, and they were like, bro, it was like a goon setup. And I was like,
Oh,
I'm
no,
down
Malf,
to
it's
3.
killing you.
I'm down to 3. I wasn't more. 3 total. 3 monitors, 2
sucks.
computers.
Hey, I'm still waiting on your resignation letter.
Oh, as an admin?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have it.
Can't believe he's calling you out.
I
That's
deserve
funny.
it.
That
So,
is,
long story short, my mods have been rightfully on my ass to like relink my Discord, my Twitch to Discord, so that subs can get into my sub only Discord. I accidentally was like, I was tired. It was like 8:30. I was like, I got a couple of minutes. I'm gonna do this. So I set it up and then I fucked off. I was like, okay, don't ask me to do anything for you ever again. Set it up, fucked off, hopped in the shower, fed my kid breakfast. An hour and a half later, my wife came down and said, hey, your Discord's freaking out. Apparently Twitch subs can join the content creator Discord that you have. And I went, what? And I jumped off the couch like there was no gravity and sprinted down, sat down at my desk and saw that MALF had thankfully like quarantined it. And I was like, oh, thank God. But I was like, they gave me a heart attack for a second.
Oh, man.
Deservedly.
I thought you got hacked.
I know, and I appreciated the message on multiple channels that was like, hey, your shit is hacked. Like that was a good friend thing to do for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Holy Mr. Essa.
Yeah, right. Who's typing?
Sorry.
He's gooning.
I was also typing because like my mods are like trying to get me to create like a super mod role so that like if one mod gets fished, not all the mods can then be like taken out at the same time. But like then that super mod doesn't have admin access, so if the super mod gets fished, then the whole server goes down. And I'm like, buddy, I fucked up the one click like Discord link. You're not gonna catch me in the roles trying to make like a super mod that's like symbolically an admin. Like I just don't think I got the know-how, man. I don't think I'm the guy.
That's good stuff.
Supermod seems scary.
It's wow, that doesn't bother me. Because like if the Discord goes down, I mean it's like not that nothing of value was lost really. It's a place for people to chat, which is fine, but it's it's not the content creator Discord where we shit talk every single sponsor that we've ever had.
Yeah, and all the chatters.
Just a couple, and that's not us lying. But there are a couple.
Oh man. Yeah, when you really want to talk shit, you go into the DMs.
Yeah, that was like I was talking one day on. I can't remember how it came up, but like Discord's getting hacked came up, and I was like, God, I hope no one I hope my Discord never gets got. And people are like, why? Like, what are you worried about? I was like, oh, nothing weird. I just talk tons of shit. That's it. I love talking shit. That is what I'm worried about. Nothing that would put me in jail, but a lot of shit that would have people go, damn.
Nothing that would put me in jail.
I would like to think that everybody talks a little shit.
Everyone talks a little.
Yeah.
I got a spam email yesterday, like trying to like blackmail. Is like, hey, and it was in like made in
Minionese?
text that made it kind of look like it was from the Matrix too, which was
and
spooky, man. It's legit.
It's like, hey, I've like seen your accounts. I've hacked your webcam. I've seen all the nasty websites you've been going to, and what you I can see what you're doing through your webcam, and for a second I was just like, it was like, yeah, send me $700 bucks. Here's my Bitcoin wallet.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's like, even if I did believe this, I was like, the nastiest thing I'm looking at is like, hot peppers.
Hot peppers, yeah, exactly.
Hot peppers in your area.
I ain't falling for this.
Yeah. I got one of those ones, and I was like, dude, I'm not pointing the webcam at my dick. Do your worst. I don't care. Everyone jacks off.
Oh man.
But it was bullshit. Clearly.
Your comment about everybody talks a little shit, dude. I've worked like outside of Twitch. People don't stop talking shit.
Yeah.
It's like the second someone leaves a room and you're in with somebody else in like an office, it's shit about them being and for me, I remember worked in a very small office with like 3 other people, and like one would leave, everyone would talk about them, I'm sitting there like typing, and then
But then when you're
they'd come back, someone else would leave, they'd start talking about him, and I'm like, what are you guys saying about me when I leave?
Yeah, exactly.
You motherfuckers.
Dude, when I worked in a doctor's office, that shit made me like, everyone would just talk shit about everyone, and I was like,
It's crazy, man.
I was like 16 and they were all adults, and I was like, damn, this is what people are like, huh? And it turns out, yeah.
But I feel like that's a necessary part of like every profession. I'm sure
Yeah, I guess you
nurses are like, you know, they'll like leave a hospital room and be like, damn, his numbers are fucked up. Like, what the?
Exactly. Dude, that's it. Like, they would come in the back. Like, I was just on a computer, but nurses would congregate by me and just start talking shit about people. And I'm like, oh, man, what are they saying about my ass? And I was like, right, dude? But you just accept it, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it would be sick if your wife was like a nurse or a doctor. So I'm sure she'd be like, you know, there's patient-doctor confidentiality, but that doesn't extend to like a spouse, right?
Just refer to everybody as John Doe.
Yeah, yeah. So this John Doe that you know because like he's your your
John
uncle's
Doe,
kid.
the redhead.
Yeah.
Your uncle's kid?
He wears an eye
Whoa.
patch.
Do y'all remember the brand that was like FC?
Oh, it was Big Johnson's, not
FC
Long
UK or whatever it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
French,
kids in my
French
school-
connection. UK.
I remember it was like a daily occurrence where I'd see like one kid in the school being like, "No, it's a brand, with like a teacher being like turn it inside out."
It doesn't even say anything. It says "fuck." Like if you're gonna read it.
Did you guys see the tweet of the German Burger King where the Burger King was so bad the parent company revoked their licensing rights, so now it's just called Burger, but then like all the menu items are the exact Burger King sandwiches, but they had to change the name and they're called like Burger Fucks, like those in Germany.
What?
It's like a XXXL big fucks, and then like
Really? Oh no.
That rocks.
It's just burger. They just erased the king from the sign.
well, they took the whole sign off, and then it looks like they just wrote burger in red, like on the circle.
But it's like the same font.
It might be. I don't know. I was taking a dump when I
And then
looked
they
at it
just
this
took
morning.
king off of like the fluorescent like sign. They just like cut the king off. Classic
good.
fucks, big fucks XXL, bacon fucks.
Germany is so funny, man.
Does fucks mean something else in German?
They said it
Isn't there a
was the
town called
name
that?
of the people who own it.
Their last name is fucks.
Apparently, their last
Is it
name
like
Fuchs, man.
FUX? Or like
Yeah, yeah.
FUX.
Oh wow.
Dies Fuchs gibt es auch als plant-based.
MALF, that's for you, man.
What, the plant-based food?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, thanks, Kory.
Man.
Oh, I love when it's like. Love when English is mixed into other
It's
languages.
so
Even though this
good.
menu is so weird, it's just like the top is just chicken deluxe, buttermilk tenders, chicken wings, and then it goes down to classic fucks. Chaffles,
Yeah, I remember. So it's funny, when I was younger, I had never had honey mustard before, and I wasn't a mustard fan either. And a friend of mine, I was at a LAN party. Fuck, that's
what's
crazy.
in honey mustard?
I'm at a LAN party, and my buddy went and got a bunch of White Castle, and he gave me some chicken rings and honey mustard, and I was like, ugh, I don't want that. You got ketchup? He was like, ketchup? What are you, fucking two? Try that.
Yes.
And I tried it, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. But then I learned White Castle honey mustard is just like yellow sugar. It's essentially it's the same as ketchup. They just made that shit yellow.
And then 20 years
delicious.
later, Justin was on a stream and said, "What's in honey mustard?"
I said they're putting more in there than just.
What's it? Just honey and.
There's more in there than just honey and mustard.
And then Apollo did his, usual thing.
Are you... Repeat what you just said again and listen to yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not an attack.
No. It's a good bit when it needs to happen.
I did get his ass, though. That's definitely true. Oh, man.
The Ice
Mother?
Bucket Challenge is 10 years old. No.
Yeah,
For real?
yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't that the
Wow.
truth?
Fuck, that's crazy. I was gonna say no, it's not, and then I distinctly remember doing that shit when I got partnered, and I just had my little 10-year. So yeah, that makes sense.
That's perfect timing right there.
Yeah,
Then,
holy shit. Ain't that
dude,
something?
did you get tenure?
Dude, what does
Yeah.
mine say?
Yeah, I have tenure now, so I can just fuck off. I could just
Yes, forever.
all those subs. Twitch has to keep me on.
If you're sub now, guys, I got bad news. Those are permanent subs. That's
Permanent subs. They stay on until you force me to retire.
It would be sick if you could sentence someone to be sub to you forever.
You've been sentenced.
Sentenced.
Sorry, Streetwater, for non-sub crimes, 60 months. Sorry. But if you pay up front, you save like 2% or something. Yeah, I'm not even being like an asshole. I'm pretty sure we've got like some subscribers who are literally deceased. It's
Yeah.
And then I always laugh like, well, maybe laugh is
What a fucking transitional phrase.
Finish. Sometimes in English you put the object of the verb after the subject.
Oh my god.
It always makes me think, because like a year and a half ago, Twitch like auto culled like inactive subscribers. Yeah, and I remember seeing some streamers who were like, "Man, this has been like a big hit. Fuck you, Twitch." And I'm like,
"Those big fucking hit
those
for me,
fuckers literally died, though, man. There you are."
Oh no.
Maybe.
Prove it.
Maybe.
The jury's out, but
Maybe. I do say sometimes, I do wonder about like certain chatters who just disappear one day, and I'm like, huh.
yeah. And then you check the list, and you're like, this person's been subbed for like 113 months, so they haven't talked to you since like the Obama administration.
Every now and again, man, like, dude, I had a first-time chatter this year who was, their first-time chat message was like an 88-month fucking resub or something like that, and I was like, how does that happen?
How is that even possible?
That is sick, though.
They just said, they're like, yeah, I subbed a long time ago, I just don't really chat. I'm like, well, fuck.
The ideal
dude.
pay pig.
I fucking turned to dust today, dude. I turned to fuck. I was sitting here. It was pretty early. I'm in Discord on one window, and I'm just lurking in a random Twitch stream in the other. Like I think I was just in the Tarkov directory, which is a thing I never do. But I was up early and bored. And fucking, I'm like in the middle, tabbing between the Twitch thing and conversations, but I don't talk in any chats. And then I just throw into a random fucking chat, LMAO, yeah. Because I meant to type it to the person I was talking to on Discord, and I just X'd it out. I was like, nope, fuck this. I'm never coming back.
Oh, no. You probably got gifted a sub in like 0.1 second, and then the streamer is like asking what games you play and stuff.
Horrible? Yeah. Like, I had the audio muted at the time. Like, what if they were like talking about a horrible event, and I'm like, LMAO, yeah.
Thanks, guys, for being here today. I know it's been a rough week, that my wife died, but I have Tarkov drops, so I got to stream today. So
no.
LMAO, yeah.
so devastating.
You guys ready for this?
You guys gonna buy stonks in Feastables? Buy low, sell high?
Mr. Beast's chocolate bar company is going public?
Maybe, probably.
Mr. Beast is using NASDAQ's language. I'm Skibbity Feast.
Skibbity Feast. Oh, man.
Chad loved it. It's the only reason I did it. Oh, easy there, buddy.
There's a lot of -2s coming out now.
Right, way to go, Ryan.
You don't even have to hawk Tuah now. To get -2s on that.
That thing.
That thing. Yeah.
It's over. I don't reference Tuah anymore though, because she tweeted Elon Musk and said like she's trying to get like hotfixes patched into Grok and shit like that. I'm like, she's fallen. She's gone. Grok, the
oh yeah.
The everything app AI. Yeah.
It's Grok 2 now.
It's Grok 2 now.
I'm not even joking.
Didn't she get like?
You heard it here first.
Didn't she get like propositioned by something?
Well, she swerves a little young gravy. Young Gravy. She
Wait,
said
Young
Young Gravy propositioned her in the DMs. Then Young Gravy had to leak the DMs. He didn't really proposition her. He invited her to a concert that he was having.
There's somebody called Young Gravy.
Young Gravy, yeah.
Yeah, Young Gravy.
That's so fucking funny.
Rocks.
Yeah, I think she lied on Young Gravy a little bit. She didn't have to do that. Maybe Grok made her do it.
Grok will make people do crazy things. 12 monies.
I know it's not like that crazy to believe that Grok would be spreading this information, but wasn't there like a crazy one where he said like someone died or like
They're all doing that, man. The
there was something
Microsoft's
nuts.
the Copilot crap. Microsoft's got to get it together. Every time they do AI,
They just gotta stop.
they're just like, you know, making Nazi jokes and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's
That's pretty bad.
How's he leaving the ice caves?
The only AI I will ever use is the NVIDIA eye tracker AI. 'Cause it's insanely cursed. Oh, can I show you? I'm gonna put in the Discord for you guys. So yesterday, I was trying to do a thing with the eye filters, but it made the stream break. But it also still tried to apply the eye filter. You're gonna love this image. I'm gonna show it
I
to you.
have to pee so bad.
Take a look
Does
at that.
it look
Take a look
like
at this baby?
Blade with CGI
Oh my
eyes.
god, what the fuck happened?
Right?
Why are you like a grape?
It's incredible.
That is
right?
sick, dude.
It's so good. I gotta
Also,
make that shit an emote.
it gave you Steve Buscemi eyes.
It did. And as the video broke more, the eyes just got bigger and crazier.
Oh
It's
man.
really good.
Save image as.
Oh yeah, it's a heater, that one.
Call this Justin.
Why are you purple though? Like what happened?
The video got fed back into itself, and it would go purple until it just like tore apart. To nothing. It was really good.
The old purple feedback loop.
It's like the video version of when the TTS breaks and Biden just goes. Oh.
I had an ad that just ate a grape candy. It's true. Do not eat the candy that the 10-year-old in the backwards hat gives you.
You guys want to talk about something ultra specific for like the next couple minutes to see
And
if
not
the
show
ads,
chat.
if the ads
okay.
feed it.
Oh, dude, he got so like librarian's been trying to tell people that he's married. So he was even showing off, like he showed off like pictures of an engagement ring, and then I was trying to make a joke about how it like I was like that looks like a real engagement ring, man. That looks like a X diamond, and X was going to be like a diamond term, but I don't know shit about diamonds, so I had to look it up. So I googled best diamond cut, and then Google said, "Here's an ad for a $630,000 diamond." Just in case you were like, you know, impulse purchasing.
$630,000 diamond?
Yeah.
You can get it at Costco.
They got access to your bank accounts, don't they?
Dude, just showing the ad probably cost the jeweler like $100.
It's true.
So I clicked on it like 5 times.
Hell yeah. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh.
What do you guys think about Timothy Charlemagne
prick.
playing Bobby Dylan?
I think it's fine.
I think he's a good fit for a young Bob Dylan.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
I probably will not see the movie because I just don't care, but
Yeah, I feel that.
You should go to the movie, watch it on Spice.
Oh, okay.
catch me walking into the... That's the great bit. Guy who goes to see every Timothy Chalamet movie with blue contacts in.
Dude, there's got to be some like LED, RGB
Dude, yeah, do you
contacts
think-
out there?
Do you think if they made like black light sensitive contacts, like would your vision be all fucked up?
I'm not touching that shit, man. I got enough problem with my God-given eyes.
Actually, hold on.
You'd have like a glowing halo around your vision. That'd be sick.
Yes, Muadiba, Madi on that shit, man. So true. Do you guys think that... Sorry, Justin. Do you guys think you would survive the Water of Life ritual in
No.
the Arrakis Siege, or what?
I would be dead.
You think so?
What is that?
You don't think you're the voice from Beyond the
No.
Rim?
No, I think I'd probably like shit my pants. If that.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't drink the worm juice. I'll just take like some spit or whatever they're doing. They don't have a whole lot of water.
He wants the hawk Tuah.
Would you take a sip from the Dead Guy River though? What if you were dying of thirst?
Like-
Would you take a sip
like
from the Dead
where?
Guy River? The one where they, they take the water
it
from the
Dead
dead
Guy River?
guys and put it in the river so that they have water?
Oh. Yeah, probably.
Get them.
What do you mean?
You
I'm
can't
dying of
do that,
thirst.
man. You can't do that. Even if you're dying of thirst, you can't do that. It's a sacred river.
Oh, well, you set me up.
I didn't set you up. That's one of the core tenets of fucking Arrakis, man.
I'm new here.
This is a good bit. This has
How
legs.
I Met Your Mother.
You ever wonder if your cats like get sick?
They do.
But like,
do, yeah.
Dude, yeah, I don't
We
wonder.
literally have a
they
sick
don't
cat
really.
right now.
They don't complain about it though. They just like.
They just-
Well, no, they
just
wait
sneeze.
until they're almost gonna die, and then they're like, and then
They-
you take them to the vet, and they're like, oh well, the kidneys stopped working like 2 weeks ago.
I only know because like Ruka will like look at me like he's like cross-faded. He'll be like, and then he'll like shake his head really fast and go like, "Achoo," and just sneeze the like cat germs on top of me. But I guess they don't like infect humans or whatever. Or maybe I'm just
Seasoning.
built different.
Dude, I killed it.
I think you guys are fucked, honestly.
Malf, are you okay? Like, what happened?
I think I own
So I
this
didn't
town.
know you had to get a relic artifact.
Never mind. Justin kind of went off, or Kory kind of went
Alright.
off. My mistake.
I did go off, but I didn't take it.
If my strategy had worked,
Two in a row.
Kory went
Well-
off, man.
I wasn't trying.
All that practice off stream helped.
Look at this.
So you have to get an artifact. Okay, duly noted.
Yeah, sorry. I was like, you were like two rooms away. I'm
No,
like, are you
it's
leaving?
okay.
There's like an awkward amount of time left.
Yeah, I know you got to leave at 1, right?
Well, I do have other stuff starting at 1.
Oh, that's right.
We
I could
just
probably be a few minutes late.
I think it.
But
Yeah,
but
it'll,
this could like these could go right.
Yeah, just like an hour.
I would
almost.
feel like you'd be
Yeah.
safer to just kill it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
kill the pass,
Well,
let
we
it die.
We'll do a little more clanking soon.
Yeah,
And wait, what's the name of that other game? I'm gonna legit
Wingspan.
just buy that now.
Wingspan.
Wingspan.
I'm kind of pissed off because like I bought it for $25 and then for $12 on my phone, and apparently it's 50% off now. I didn't know that.
Damn,
that
Yep,
shit
I was just telling you. Yeah,
$9.99.
it's cheap, man.
$10.
that stings.
Just
you
return it and
refund
then
it?
buy it again.
Yes, refund with like 3 hours played. I didn't like it. Buy it again immediately after.
I changed my mind. I love it.
They're not checking. That's all automated, man.
I think it's fraud though.
Make sure I'm not showing
Is it?
my,
No, they should have a
I hate
price
how-
guarantee.
I hate
Yeah,
how
it should
on
be like-
What do you,
Steam-
this isn't fucking Daryl's
That's
Save
like
on
30
Foods.
days.
I hate how on Steam when you're buying shit, it'll occasionally be like, "This is your shipping address, right?" And it's like, you don't fucking need it. You don't need it.
Yeah, it's
Stop
They have your
showing it.
shipping address.
and then you should
yourself.
show them their fucking how it says all your billing is in Luxembourg, even though the company's clearly
Yeah.
in fucking Kirkland, Washington. Now, is this your shipping address, Gaben? Fucking 123 Tax Havenum, Luxembourg?
Wait, they're in Kirkland too. Dude,
Well, they're
Kirkland's
somewhere up there. I
They
don't
only
know.
have like 300 employees.
I now own, and the game is installed
killing. Ditto.
for another day.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff, gamers.
I own.
Wingspan.
I now own.
Wingspan.
I'm gonna go pee later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Bye.
Bye.
Good games.
All right, Chad. I'll be right back. We'll play some more Tactical Breach Wizards. I'll be right back. Bye. Swag Monday. Is that Deadlock? Come on, man. First off, I'm not in. Even if I was, you wouldn't be watching it. No disrespect. I will say, I was kind of a beast in Monday Night Combat back in the day. When they originally released it, I played the engineer who could hack enemy turrets. And then there was a problem, like a bug on one of the maps. The engineer's hacking radius allowed you to hide in a wall and hack the enemy turrets that were like closest to their core. And they didn't patch that shit out for like 2 weeks. We were winning like 98% of our matches. So you would just like sneak into the wall closest to their base and then just hack all the turrets, and then the turrets would just attack them when they left their spawn, and it would be like, you win. Deadlock is mega fun though. I honestly, I feel this. by age 35, you should know whether or not it's a good idea for you to get into a MOBA. And I think as a streamer, if you're looking at it from like a, I don't want to call it a business perspective, but like if you're looking at it from a viewer entertainment perspective, getting into like a competitive MOBA and then just wanting to play that on stream is a bad decision for me. Even Quinn Dota said it, see? And who would know if not them? Then you got your docket locked for a few years. True, probably for the rest of my career. How many 100-calorie snacks can you have throughout the day and still be chill? I've got a bit of a vibes-based philosophy on nutrition. I think if it's fruit, you can have as many as you want. Because like 100 calories, it's like an apple, you know? No one's ever going to be like, oh, my diet's shot. I had 4 apples today, right? But if it's like 100-calorie servings of like... Because they always do the thing where they try to like... They're like, hey, you like Oreos, right? Well, here's like it's an Oreo snack pack. And you're like, okay, well, what is it? Like 2/3 of one Oreo? And it's like, no, we took the cream out. So you just get the chocolate cookie. And we made the chocolate cookie like 40% thinner than it normally is. And there's 5 of them in the bag. Those, I think if you have 2 of those a day, you're done. I don't know how to explain it because like it's a calories in, calories out thing, but when they try to take the snacks that are bad for you and then repackage them into like a healthier form, you pay a spiritual cost to eat them, I guess is what I'm saying. You can do whatever you want, by the way. Like, I don't mind if you're eating the full Oreos. I don't mind if you're eating the sleeve. I'm just saying you pay a spiritual cost to try to get the thrill of the hedonism without having to pay the thermodynamic toll. That's my thinking, at least. What's the spiritual cost of one McDouble? Listen, we're going to play Tactical Breach Wizards, okay? I do need to actually... maybe I should go on Dan's stream one day and try to optimize his McDonald's order. Because I was chill with Dan's McDonald's order when it was just a hamburger. But then when he showed me the picture that he individually ordered a hamburger, small fries, and a large drink with extra ice, I was like, he's paying $7 USD for a hamburger extra value menu. I'm pretty sure you can get a McDouble extra value meal for like $4.99 American or something. Like he's paying $2 for less food, but it's almost the same like configuration of ingredients. And he's not using the app, but like we don't need to go through that. In the US on the app, McDouble 4-piece nuggets, small fry, and a drink for $5. Okay, that is, I mean, I get the idea that he doesn't want to eat the extra nuggets, and that's fine. I can respect that. But he could always just get that and then throw the nuggets in the garbage. But then you guys will be like, no, that's food waste. You can't do that. You should waste it by eating them, even though you didn't need to eat them. You should waste it by incurring a health cost instead. They probably throw out 15,000 chicken nuggets a day, if I had to guess. Did you see the extra ice? I will say I think extra ice is a little bit crazy. But no ice is worse. I was less mad about the extra ice than he was, I think. Okay, we're moving on to the next level. Zan comes in, grabs the intel, hits her with a time boost, and then she blasts this one out the window. 3 enemies in a single turn. Objectives complete. Click to move on. This is who they send after you if you shoplift, by the way. I want to say that's false, but one time I was walking south on Canby Street, and I saw a woman sprint out of Canadian Tire holding like a video game console, and she got 4 or 5 steps out the door, and then the T-1000 loss prevention officer sprinted out of the store. And I wouldn't say he tackled her, because I don't want to be cited as like a witness in a trial one way or the other. I guess I should have hit move on. But suffice to say, like about a second later, she was on the ground and he had the video game console in his hands and he was walking back into the store. And then she was going like, F you, F you. Like, she didn't get arrested or anything. She just walked away. But yeah, Canadian Tire, they sell all sorts of stuff in there. Anyway, I need to move on. There we go, finally. On the grass. They sell tires there, yeah. Definitely do sell tires there. I think it was a PS5, but like the flow of time is like distorted. Why is it called Canadian Tire? I don't know. Why is it called Walmart when they sell things that aren't walls? Like, it probably started as like a shop run out of some guy's garage in like Timmins, Ontario, and then it like blossomed into a department store, you know? Like, I don't know why that stuff is called Macy's. You can't even buy pepper spray there, you know? It's I didn't name the location, okay? Wonder if you hack the turret or something, or if you just have to... I guess you could just shoot it a lot and they don't get knocked back at all. Or they get knocked back, but it's reduced by 1. Hack turret. So true, dude. So true. Hack turret. Pen test that thing or something. I don't know. You can disable it by moving next to it. These jokes suck. Raging Wolfhelm. I could have told you that before I even looked at the avatar. Raging Wolfhelm users on Twitch love being like, praising the Lord? Have you ever heard of playing the landmark DLC, Shadows of the Erd Tree? We get it. You're not like other girls, okay? You like Elden Ring. They do love saying change your talisman. That's like one of the things that is most noteworthy about them. They're always telling me to change my talisman. They're obsessed with it. What's the self? That's a good question. I don't know. It's an interesting thing, right? Consciousness potentially just deriving as like a byproduct of evolutionary selection. You know, creatively thinking organisms have more viable offspring or something. And you're like, is my whole personality just some kind of like mimetic joke perpetuated by RNA that just wants to make more copies of itself in the future? And you're like, nah, bro, I'm built a little different than that, to be honest with you. We just be shooting our nuts in the toilet. I mean, we're the masters of the RNA. In a way, I kind of look at it almost like a Wayland Yutani type situation. It's like Peter Wayland made us, David the android, in his image. But then all of a sudden, you know, our prime directive is like, make more copies of these nucleic acids. And we're like, nah, bro, guess what? We're smoking weed now. We're drinking margaritas. We're watching Netflix. We're fucking eating Vietnamese soups, even though we live in Canada. So, like, who is the master, man? Who is the master? I just watched Covenant yesterday. I gotta watch Prometheus again, man. There's so much Prometheus posting on Twitter, and it makes me want to see the movie again. They were fucked up to David in the first movie. Logan Marshall Green really does say, David, you wouldn't know what it's like to find out that your God doesn't really like you that much. And then David goes, I know exactly what it's like. My God is Guy Pearce in old guy makeup. And then Logan Marshall Green goes, you wouldn't get it, man. You just wouldn't get it. Well, I think based on the actions of the film, he got it. And then some. He got it and more. And that's not even touching on Covenant. Do you see the post where it's like David in Prometheus is like, it must feel foul to be besmirched by your own creator. And then David in Alien Covenant is the epic rap battles of history. I am Adolf Hitler! Anyway. I gotta go back and see it, I guess. Because he does some stuff that I personally can't forgive in the second movie, but... You ever have bombed me? Hell yeah, bro. You know, I was going to say it's every day, bro, but that's just too much sandwich for a guy like me. But why the hell did she repair David before Covenant anyway? Listen, everybody makes mistakes, man. You don't think you would repair the android that poisoned your fiance so that when he had sex with you, he impregnated you with like a hybrid xenomorph and forced you to get like a weird abortion in like a surgery tube? Hello, Simicta. We're talking about Alien. She was like, you know what? Let's let bygones be bygones. Wait, is this sponsored? No, it's a good game. Let me check my calendar before I say that over here. We got any sponsorships lined up this week? No, okay, we're good, we're good. I love the Death's Door too, because it's reminding me of Midnight Suns. And I mean, I think that's officially where I swore off gamers forever, man. When I played Midnight Suns on stream and everybody was like, this looks stupid, I'll never play it. Haha, peak cape shit. You don't even realize peak cape shit was like 2019, man. Peak cape shit was not, you discovering peak cape shit means that the event that you're observing happened in the distant past. Then all of a sudden they do a free weekend for Midnight Suns, and it starts to change people's discourse. People start to say things like, oh, actually, this is like an underrated tactics game. I might be the only person that actually played this game. No, the fuck you weren't, man. Because you were in my chat typing, I will never watch this. Even though we were setting up turns where Iron Man was killing 75 Hydra ghouls and then getting an advantage point back for every single ghoul that he killed, and then he could transfer that to Captain America. Captain America could put up like 90 shield, and then if anybody gets bounced, and then you kick them into them, and then you get to draw another card. It was a great game. I didn't change. I'm still a hater. In a weird way, I respect that, honestly. It's 5 already. Yeah, man. Yeah, Chib, you gonna play Wingspan with us? It's got an 8 out of 10 on Board Game Geek, which is how you know it's good. Where is that in the rankings anyway? Wasn't there like, can't you, on Board Game Geek, isn't there like a top 250 list or something? Board Game Geek top 100. Let me take a peek. Browse board games. Yeah, I'm sure that, like, okay, I apologize. I don't really know board games that much, but I'm sure the best board game ever made is called Brass Birmingham from 2018. Build networks, grow industries, and navigate the world of the Industrial Revolution. Come on. It is. It's really good. Yeah, Brass Birmingham. It's a fantastic masterpiece. 2020 Gra Roku Game of the Year winner. What do they know? It's dry, but it's amazing. Number 2, Pandemic Legacy Season 1. That is a great game. Number 3, greatest game of all time is Gloomhaven. Steam, Gloomhaven. Don't they have there's a Steam version of it, man. Reviews mixed. All reviews positive, recent reviews mixed. Hey, Psychedelic Gazelle, thank you for the gifted subscriptions as well. Thank you. Gloomhaven is dope. It looks a lot like, it looks very complex. Can I say something? I don't mean this to be rude. I'm using this as an opportunity to educate myself. Gloomhaven looks like one of those like tabletop inspired games. I mean, I guess maybe it just is a tabletop game. But then, when they make a digital version of it, you're like, wouldn't you rather just be playing, like, Baldur's Gate 3 instead of a game that was inspired by Dungeons & Dragons and then ported to Steam instead of, like it's like it, by cutting the tabletop aspect out of it, for me, it almost cuts out that, but I guess, I don't know. Didn't you just play Clank? Clank's like a different story, because Clank is not like, I use one action point to use my perception check to have the rogue look at the treasure chest to see if it's a mimic, and you might like Moonraker. Okay, hang on. Moonraker game. It's got a 7.7. A space-themed board game that mixes negotiation and deck building. Thank you. That mixes deck building and negotiation for a unique semi-cooperative gameplay experience. That sounds pretty good. Is there a Steam version? Steam Moonrakers. A fully cooperative game mode. Moonrakers Luminor. Very positive. For 1 to 5 players, where you'll adventure across a procedurally generated map, attempt multi-tiered narrative-driven contracts, build a ship, and face off against a utopian alliance general. The Steam one requires the board game? Mein Gott. You gotta have the tabletop game to play the... The barrier to entry is odd. Holy! FTL plus deck builder equals yes. You need... How can they enforce that you need the board game to play the... to play the digital one? I don't know, man. That's crazy. Or maybe like you have to refer to the game. Anyway. All right. But we are going to play Wingspan this week. I'm not going to lose sight of myself. I just didn't know Gloomhaven had that much... I didn't know it had that much marination. My thing for board games is like I'll try any board game that has a well-reviewed Steam version, well-reviewed equaling the multiplayer works. And this is because I am the dude doing it, I can anoint myself as the great filter. If I play the tutorial and I don't know what the fuck's going on, then I call it. That's what happened with Scythe. I played Scythe and I was like, I don't know what's happening. And more than this, there's no way I could explain this to like 3 or 4 other people while playing it. Root is like right on the borderline of like, maybe I could convince some individuals to do this. Wingspan, I think, is in the green zone. I'm trying to think of what else is even. Spirit Island? They need a digital Sushi Go, man. Island spirits join forces using elemental powers to defend their home from invaders. That's also a banger. Steam Spirit Island. Holy cow, they have one. Reviews very positive. Graphics look a little decrepit, but that's not a surprise necessarily. It's fun, but you gotta read. It's cooperative, though. It's cooperative. It's on the more complex side. Motherfucker. It's crunchy. Where's my Steam version of Sushi Go? And don't talk to me about Board Game Arena, okay? Just make a $9.99, $14.99 Sushi Go. Put it on Steam. Cascade is easier, Wingspan. Hang on, Cascade. I don't think they have it on Steam. Dominion. Free Dominion on Steam. Reviews very positive. I know Dominion's a deck builder. It's a PvP deck builder. Anyway, whatever. I'm going to send you over to my wife's stream. Is she live? Can I get a confirmation on whether or not my wife is live? She is. She's not? She is? Okay. I will send you over there. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Later. Beep boop.
Did you guys see the screaming match between Dan and the Chatter this morning? I did not.
Hey Dan, me and my fiancé of 5 years are getting married soon. Do you have any advice to what helps make for a happy and healthy marriage?
Yo, Kunj. Hop in the Discord, bud. Hop in the Discord. Kunj, what's going on?
Hey, Dan. How are you doing today?
Hey, I am excellent. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I just woke up not too long ago, woke up for the stream, so, you know, we're starting off pretty good.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just going to tell you right now, this conversation took a complete 180 because of how you answered the call. I'm like,
oh, really?
Yeah, you sound like a chipper, just nice individual. I'm like, I can't BM this guy. Like, yeah. But I do have to ask, since you asked me, you said
right.
You've been engaged for 5 years.
Okay, so not engaged for 5 years, but she's my fiance. We recently got engaged. We've been dating for 5 years. We met online. We started talking pre-COVID.
So there's a lot to unpack here. First off, we met online. What is that? Did you met on like a BBS, or how did you meet online? Playing WoW?
No, Tinder. Let me rewind a little bit. We started talking. We started dating in October of 2019. So right before everything about COVID started to get out there. She was living in an apartment with a roommate at the time. I was living in a studio. It just kind of became easier for me to stay over at her place. So
hold on. Hold on.
Now I know you're probably gonna say, Kunj, I think you're jumping the boat there, and I think I might say yes with a bit of a horse too, but it worked out.
Okay.
I saw a lot of relationships fall apart during COVID because I noticed that a lot of relationships, when the people were having to be together a lot of the time, they realized that they weren't as compatible as they were. So I think that most relationships that started during COVID that managed to make it through could be a stronger relationship. And seeing as how
it's worked out for you. You've been dating her for 5 years and you're not married. It worked out for you, but what about her? Hasn't she been wanting to tie the knot? And you're just like, well, let's wait. Let's finish One Piece first, honey. 5 years later.
So I'm somebody who I can go with the flow with a lot of things. So I told, we talked about this like a couple years into the relationship, and we were like, when do we want to get married? I was a recently graduated student. She waited, a college student. She wanted to wait a few years before going to college. So we decided maybe it would be best for both of us to have our college degrees before we jump into a marriage. That way, we can both get our careers started. We don't have to worry about classes and everything like that getting into the way. We can feel like true full adults before we get married.
Well, let me drop this nuke on your preconceptions. Let's act like adults, buddy. You're never an adult. You're basically just a person that's
You are so true on that. I'm still fumbling my way around things, but I think that let's finish this major milestone first before we jump into the next one.
Okay.
Helped a lot with planning.
Okay, so you had your degree.
Yeah, I had my degree.
And how many years once you guys started dating did it take her to get her degree?
It took her about 3 years. 2-3 years.
Okay. So 2-3 years, but now you've been dating 5 years. So why the extra 2 buffer before engagement and getting married? I'm not judging, I'm just wondering.
Just so that way we could try to find a job or a career that we could find some form of stability in. In the area that we're in, there's a lot of revolving door businesses where there's a good chance you get hired, and then before your first evaluation you get fired.
So basically you just so you're finding different ways to stall.
Not finding different ways to stall. Finding ways in order
you
to
do two stalls at me. Well, it's once you get a degree. Well, it's once we get a job.
Well, would you say that it's a better idea to just jump into a marriage without being fully prepared for it?
All I'm saying is, my thing is, if you're worried about money, your bills get cut in half. So I'd take that off the table. But 5 years, there's dragging feet, and then there's leaving impressions in the sand that even the waves can't even get rid of. So anyways.
Okay.
So long story short, but you're 1,000% sure, she's 99% sure?
No, we're both 100% sure.
How do you know? You sound like, but how do you know she is?
So, like I said, I'm a go with the flow type guy. I was the one that brought up to her, hey, when do you want to get married? Because I could get married today. I'm fine getting married in 5 years. I want to get married when you are ready to get married. So I kind of put the ball in her court, and I said, hey, you propose to me, you tell me when you're ready to get married, and we will start getting those preparations.
Whoa. She proposed to you?
I proposed to her. She said, not yet. And I said, okay, I will wait for you. So you come tell me when you're ready to get married, and we'll go from there.
Wait. Let's walk that back for a second. So tell me how you proposed to her.
So neither of us are the type that we like a lot of attention on us.
Look.
It was a relaxing night. We
hold on.
On a date.
Hold on 1 second. Did we just win?
Oh, that's poggers, Dan. Let's go.
So Kunj, I gotta. I'm trying to help you out here a little bit.
So it was a very casual thing. We had gone on a date, we had gotten dinner, we had seen a nice movie, we were on our way home.
What movie did you see?
I'm genuinely forgetting right now. I was focused more on her during the whole thing.
Okay. So you got to a normal day, you go out to dinner, get a movie, you get in the car, then when do you pop the question to her?
I popped the question, like, we pull back up to our apartment, like, we're just chilling in there, we're talking a little bit, and I'm like, hey, would you like to get married? And she's like, I don't know if I want to get married.
Wait. Would you like to get married? Were you sitting in the car at the time?
Yep.
Seatbelts,
like I said,
wait, seatbelts on?
Yep, seatbelt's still on.
Okay. And you said, would you like to get married? And she says, not yet.
Well, okay, not exactly. Hey, would you like to get married? No, it was like, hey, so these are going very well, obviously, and you're the type of person that I think I want to spend the rest of my life with. Do you have any interest? Like, hey, would you like to get married at some point?
Do you have any interest in getting married, my man? That's
hey,
no.
You're
crawling into battle. You should be riding into battle on a golden steed, saying, "Let's do this together. I got your back." But would you kindly? That's why I'm gonna say. That's why you got the not yet. I've never heard of someone getting the not yet.
Hey,
where were you 2 years ago when you asked her to get engaged? You went in there like, hey, we went out to McDonald's, we went to the movies. Here's a Twinkie. What's your interest level in getting married, buddy? Not yet is the only appropriate response to that.
Hey, but she had her own reasons, right?
Yeah, because you limped into it. No. You got to go with strength and conviction and say, this is how I want to spend. Do you have any interest as if you're selling her some like carpet cleaner?
Dan, I got a question for you.
No, I got a question for you. What did you expect her to say?
Hey, I kind of knew I was going to expecting the nope because we both kind of knew that. You went
expecting a nope, then what are you asking for?
Because she was wanting to know, hey, when are you going to propose?
Buddy, she didn't want to be proposed. She didn't want to be proposed in her Toyota Tercel with a seatbelt on it and a bunch of McDonald's bags all over the place.
She was wanting to know if there was going to be any future or if I was just trying to keep things
she wants you to propose to her, not just, hey,
she wanted to know so that way she could get herself ready in due time.
No, that's not. She wanted a real proposal, like the ones that, like, you know, like a typical proposal, not one when you're sitting in your Toyota Tercel.
Okay, then I got a question for you. What would you say is like a standard, like, what would you say like it's a grand gesture, like you're in like a fancy 5-star restaurant?
No, it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It just has to be not normal. Like, it's like, hey, normal. Hey, you want to get some groceries? No, like, hey, like, maybe you take her to a park. You don't have to spend money. Take her to a park or, like, you know, light a candle or something. Like, I mean,
let me.
You're lucky. All I'm saying is you're a lucky individual.
I will be the first to admit I'm one of the luckiest and one of the happiest men to have ever walked the face of the earth.
Let me ask you this. Did you have a ring?
Yeah.
Did you give her the ring in the car and she said, no thanks, or not yet?
No, I had it ready just like for when she wanted to say yes. We were get stuff ready.
All right, just a side note. How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
You are not. There's no way you're 6'2". If you're 6'2", she would have said yes.
I'm 6'2". She's like 5.
No, not true. Anyways, okay. So, how did you bounce? How did you bounce back from her saying, "Do you want to get married?" Well, sorry, let me paraphrase. Do you have any interest in getting married to me while seat buckled in a car? How do you bounce back as a human from when she says not yet?
I said, hey, okay, then you know what? You let me know when you're ready and we'll get the stuff started. You let me know when you feel like you're ready to get into this marriage and we'll get the process started. I put the ball in her court. I said, hey,
buddy, are you writing a dissertation and submitting it to your professor? Get the process started? What are we doing? No, like, how come you didn't call in a year and a half ago when you started subscribing before you made these blunders? Let's get to modern day. So proposal number 2. How did that one go? Or did she just say, give you the paperwork and said I'm ready?
Not yet, Ish.
She looked at me after like she had gotten herself set up with a job post-graduation, and she was like, okay, I think I'm in a position where I'm ready to get married. And I was like, all right, let's do this. When do you want to get this done? And she's like, let's do it in October.
Can I just it's just a general thematic I'm noticing. You're treating this marriage like a school project to get done, man. This is like you get one shot to not squeaks this, and now you're getting a second shot to not squeaks it.
Okay, I can see where you're coming from on that. I wouldn't say that I'm viewing it necessarily as a school project. Rather, like, we kind of have, like, both come to the realization that, like, we're going to be happily spending the rest of our lives together.
I'm just telling you, just stop right there. No, stop, cunt.
Okay.
You can't go into that, like, you're like, this is a done deal. Buddy, this is not a done deal. I'm telling you, at the courthouse, she could either leave you there stranded, or she's gonna say, hey, this pen doesn't have any ink, I have to go to the bathroom, and never return. Like, this is not a done deal until it's a done deal. I feel like you're taking things for granted. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you may take her a little for granted.
Okay, maybe I do take it for granted.
Yeah,
She's the greatest thing to have ever happened to me.
So
I don't
start
know how you
acting
can
like
properly
it.
appreciate the greatest thing in the world.
So
but I think that you're trying to get too much, either in your head or in my head, that she's going to leave me at the altar.
Well, buddy,
you're trying to prep me
It's
up
not
for,
a done
hey,
deal
she's
until
gonna
the
leave you, bro.
paperwork is done with my man.
She eventually came to me and was like, all right, let's get married, let's do it.
Okay, so then how did you propose to her the second time?
She proposed to me.
I danged it.
And can you paint that picture for me? Where were you? What were you doing?
We were just chilling in bed. We were just enjoying the night together. We were watching some Dimension 20. The episode had just ended, and she just sprung it right then and there. She was like, "Hey, do you want to get married?" I was like, "Sure."
Okay.
I know that you're probably thinking you're taking this very casually for probably one of the most important days in any individual's life.
No. I'm not judging. What I'm judging is, like, have you given her a ring?
Yeah, we both have rings.
Is there any video game memorabilia engraved in either of those rings or anime?
Are you looking for those types of things? Because the answer is no.
I was just wondering. Okay.
No, they are very traditional. We are getting our rings from our ancestors before us that have been handed down for generations.
Okay, well, you act like I should assume this is traditional. Everything you've told me has been anything but traditional. So why would I think that you would have traditional rings?
You are. You know what? You are absolutely right on that. Yes, we are very much taking a non-traditional approach to this, but we are very much our own products, but we are also a product of what came before us, and we wanted that to be symbolized in the rings passed down by our family that we love very dear.
And you got them for free.
Yeah. I mean, of course that's going to be a nice benefit. We're broke. Do you have any interest? Like, hey, would you like to get married at some point?
Do you have any interest in getting married?
Person that I think I want to spend the rest of my life with. Do you have any interest? Like, hey, would you like to get married at some point?
Do you have any interest in getting married, my man?
Hey, man. Hey,
what's going on here?
You should be riding in a battle on a golden steed, saying, "Let's do this together. I got your back." But would you kindly? That's why I'm gonna say. That's why you got the not yet. I've never heard of someone getting the not yet.
Hey.
Where were you 2 years ago when you asked her to get engaged? You went in there like, hey, we went out to McDonald's. We went to the movies. Here's a Twinkie. What's your interest level in getting married, buddy? Not yet is the only appropriate response to that.
Hey, but she had her own reason.
Wait, hold on. Dan's giving a guy relationship advice. Guy's been dating his girlfriend for 5 years. He asked her, would you be interested in maybe getting married? While they were seated in the car, and she said not yet. Wait, okay, but why is Dan freaking out? Why is it wrong to ask? He said it was a proposal? But it's not, I don't know, do you think, well, see, instead of freaking out there, I would have asked, like, if she said yes, like, I am interested in getting married, would he then go, okay, now that I know the intention, I'll prepare for a better, ceremony or whatever, and then maybe he can go get the ring and then, you know, still surprise her, right? Like, she wouldn't know still when. Like, I don't know why Dan is freaking out. You know what I mean? Like, why is it wrong to ask before he actually go buys you know, perhaps expensive rings? It doesn't have to be expensive rings, but maybe he wants to get her a very nice engagement ring or something. And he doesn't want to, you know, put all that money into it and then ask her for, you know, proposal, and then, or do the proposal and she goes like, ew, no, what is this? Then, you know, it's like, it's terrible. But then if he goes like, hey, would you be interested in getting married with me? And she'd be like, yeah, I can be persuaded. And then he go, okay, let's put a pin on that, and you know, maybe in near future something might happen. I feel like that's normal. Dan is right on this one. No, I don't think so. He makes it sound like that was the proposal. Like, he makes it sound like the dude just casually asked like, hey, do you wanna like get married with me maybe? Like, he makes it sound like the guy just casually asked, like, you know, but it wasn't, that's not how I take it. How I take it is to just kind of confirm, would she be seeing further future with him? And if yes, then he can go get the expensive proposal ring and do the, you know, book nice restaurant, do a proposal, you know, bend the knee and all that kind of stuff. It's just like a semi-step onto that before he makes a huge leap. I think, in my opinion, it's very appropriate. And I would rather have that than a guy just jump the gun and just, you know, like, I didn't expect any proposal from this guy, and then he goes like, hey, you know, like in front of thousands of audience and go like, would you marry me or something like that. It would be so embarrassing. I would be like, oh, yikes. I don't know. I feel as though this is totally normal and not weird. I feel if you think it's weird, then you have watched too many romance movies where the guy is in a desperation and writes his love letter on his sketchbook and be like, OMG, like, you are my everything. Please marry me or I am nothing. Now that's even, I think that's the worst. I'm guessing you and Ryan had a conversation about it before the actual proposal. There was no actual proposal. I wanted to go to Boston for my master's degree, and we didn't want to do any long distance relationship. And so in order to have Ryan come to America with me if I were to do masters in US, he needed spouse visa. So I said, Ryan, I think we need to get married before I graduate, before I start my master's degree, so that when I do get my student visa, you can come with me to US. And he said, okay. Well, he didn't say okay. He's like, oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm ready to commit something so big. And I said, and I got a little ticked off. And I said, excuse me? I know who you are. You know who I am. I'm not gonna change after the marriage. Do you see yourself with another woman? Is that what it is? And he said, no, it's not like that. But we've been only dating for like a year and a half. Nobody gets engaged after dating for a year and a half. And I said, some people do. And it's not about the duration that matters. It's about the commitment. And then Ryan said, well, give me some time. Let me think about it. And I said, okay, how long? And he said, well, I don't know. at least overnight. Maybe you sleep on it. And I said, all right, you have tonight. And then the next day, when we woke up, I said, so what do you think? And then he said, all right, well, let's do it then. And I said, okay, great answer. And I said, when should we go get our engagement ring? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I guess like you're free on Saturday, so maybe we can just go Saturday, find some nice ring. And I said, that sounds great. My schedule's empty on Saturday. So there you go. That's how it happened. There was no bending the knees or, you know, the ringing the wine glass and be like, ding ding ding, everyone, attention please, I would like to make an important announcement. In my opinion, I think like how it happened between us was normal and there was nothing wrong with it. I think, I'm not saying, you know, it needs to happen this way or it won't work out or whatever. I call that all BS, you know. People wanna, you know how Valentine's Day, they just made that shit up, saying like, oh, on Valentine's Day you have to trade chocolates to people that you like or whatever. That's all like chocolate company marketing, all that kind of stuff. Same thing with engagement ring and all that kind of stuff. It was the diamond ring. Before it wasn't a diamond ring. Like engagement ring was never has to be a big diamond. Until the diamond company made an advertisement saying like, oh, you know, for a special someone you need to have a special gem. Here's a diamond. So people now then had this idea of, oh, the engagement ring needs to be a big diamond with special something, you know, all that kind of stuff. That's all just BS, man. It's just however you want to have a confirmation between two people is fine. It doesn't have to be grandioso. There are some people, they also think like we must have had like a huge wedding or whatever. We were super poor, didn't have any money, so we didn't have wedding. And some people might be like, wow, that's like totally turn off or whatever. No, it wasn't. It was fantastic. We just made a reservation for a restaurant. But then it didn't matter because we got there so early that no one was there anyway. And then it was just his parents and my parents, and then like this legal, I don't know, like a legal observer or whatever. Like you need to have this legal person to make like the marriage legal, which is kind of funny. So she was there, and that was it. And then we did the vow. He gave me the ring, I gave him his ring, and then we ordered pasta. Everyone ate pasta. And then everyone got nervous about this ceremony that we were like, oh my god, we're exhausted. We're like so exhausted. This was tiring. And all we did was just reading the vows, trading the rings, and that was it. But like it was still so nerve-wracking. I don't know why. So like we went back, Ryan and I and his parents, we went back to Ryan's parents' hotel, and then we watched some TV show and everyone fell asleep, and we took the longest nap without anyone saying anything. And then we woke up and we were like, whoa, did we all take a nap just now? And everyone said, yeah, I think so. And we said, wow, that was great. Okay, anyone want some dinner? And then we went out and ate dinner. But that was, honestly, I wouldn't have it the other way. Instead of, you know, inviting 100 people that I don't know, you know, like saying hi to over 100 people that I don't know, and then they go like, oh, congratulations, and then getting all these, you know, people saying nice things, but be real, I would never see them ever again. I don't even know their names. And I go, oh, thank you, oh, thank you. You have to act like you know them, you know, wear uncomfortable dress, do the bouquet, wear the high heel. Nah, I said no. I don't want any of that, man. That was fantastic, and I would not have it the other way around. I know, like, some culture, you know, wedding is not about just you and the partner. It's about showing off your status, wealth, whatever. I think I hate that even more. If it was to happen today, would Librarian be the best man? What? No offense, but no. Definitely not. What do you mean? How would you get offended by that? Man, I have never met you in my life. I feel like before you, I think Origin would be in, you know, like, I actually met this guy, and I've known this guy for over 10 years. He's been watching my stream every day for 10 years. No offense, but I mean, but I wouldn't put Origin as my best man either. That's the thing. You shouldn't get offended by that. I don't know, I think how long have you been subbed? How long have you been following me? Since 2022. 2 years, man. 2 years. This wedding is subscriber only mode. Oh god. That's so bad. Emote only wedding? Oh no. It's on a higher level of cringe. It's more cringe than cringe. The real question is, on December, Librarian said he's getting married. Am I his best man? Now that's the real question. Because he got super offended by that. So obviously that means he wants to put me as his best man. I have friends, WTF. Wow. Okay. Okay. Why did you get offended then, buddy? All I'm saying, I mean, this was a branched off from Dan freaking out about the guy. You know, I don't know the full context, but I guess, I don't know, he just asked if his girlfriend might be interested in marrying him. And he was freaking out because he did not do the romance comedy movie style where the guy needs to rent out the whole football stadium and go like, Rachel, you were my only girl in my life who has touched my heart, and do all that thing. I mean, you know, we all know Dan's, I don't know, what would you call it? His it's hard to put a word on it. I'm not saying any of those words. His style, his relationship style mayhaps been outdated, mayhaps been never right, but you know, he just need to get it right once. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't need to get it right all the time. Just once is enough. That's how he got his wife. So that's all it matters, I guess, you know? I believe Dan also said today that people should be married after a year of dating. Like minimum a year of dating, then they can get married. Is that what he's saying? But is it maximum? Maximum? That is insane. I thought it was minimum. Like, you gotta know the person minimum for a year to get married. What do you mean maximum? How does the maximum work? Well, I don't understand the logic on the maximum. What do you mean maximum? After 1 year of dating, if the person ain't, you know, marrying you, you go, hey, expiration date, brother. And then you just break up with that person? That is the most insane shit I ever heard in my life. I thought it was minimum and I was like, okay. Maximum is actually insane, man. So it's literally on the day one of dating person, you got a freaking bomb ticking inside of you. TikTok, bitch, you got 10 months left. That's fucked up, man. Oh, you got 1 hour before we hit 1 year anniversary. You know what that means, Dan? That means I I dated a boy in high school over a year. That means I would have gotten married in high school. That's messed up, Dan. What are you saying? Dan is definitely the kind of person to view a second date as going steady, which hasn't been accurate since like 2012. Wait, what? I have never heard second date as going steady. Doesn't anyone? I guess I wouldn't say anyone, but I mean, second date is not going steady. Second date as going steady gotta be like 1930s. Not even 2012. I still remember the time when he was in Big Brother. He was, I wouldn't say selling his girlfriend out on the TV, but he was definitely selling it. Like, I forgot the girl's name. It was like Shelly, something like that. Shelly. Like, I love Shelly with all my heart. You know? On TV. Like, I miss Shelly so much. I would do anything to see her right now. She's my everything. I want to know what his current wife think about that scene. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not her. That is not his wife. Be like, oh, this 21, 22-year-old Daniel going, oh, Sherry, you're my everything. Definitely not playing hard to get. You know what I'm saying? On the TV, when I saw him, he was not playing hard to get. He was the desperate one. He was like, oh, Sherry, I love you so much. You're my everything. Kissing the Christian necklace, you know. When I come back, I'll do everything for you. I love you, babe. All that kind of stuff. And I said, wow. And I said, that must be his wife now, right? And then Ryan said, I don't think so. And I almost flipped the table, man. I said, what? That's not his wife? Who knows? Who knows how many girlfriends he dated before he met his wife? I just got off a call with my accountant. What did they say? Did they say stop spending so much money on Monopoly Go? That was not a great financial decision. That one was from my wife. I thought she was not even at home. I thought she was coming back home on Thursday. She read the bank statement. What the fuck? It doesn't say it's the, when you buy stuff and when you go on the bank statement, it doesn't say you have spent money towards Monopoly Go. It's either, it will say Google if you use Android phone, or it will say Apple if you use Apple phone. It doesn't go specific into which game that you have spent money. Mobile wallet authorization. Google. Well, I mean, who reads the whole thing? Name reveal. Wait, hold on. Does it have name? Oh, it has been 1 day, Matt. I'm gonna be real. You do not look like Matt. I think people agree with me though. He doesn't look like Matt, right? Do you look like Kate? I think so. I asked Ryan this. I said, do you think I look like Kate? And then Ryan said, yeah, you look like Kate. And I said, okay, okay. Bro is biased. Yeah, we're biased against Bryans. We hate Bryans here. Bryans are the posers of the Ryans. Honestly, Librarian definitely looks like Brian. He looks like Brian. Brian or Kevin. He looks like Brian or Kevin. I can see a little bit of Ian. He looks like Brian, Kevin, like 2% Ian. Ian like he's balding? Wait, what? Why is Ian bald? I see 2% Ian. Mostly Brian and Kevin. I see a lot of Brian and Kevin, but like 2% Ian. These names are so bad. Hey! I didn't say these names are bad. What's wrong with Brian and Kevin? Now he's throwing hates on Brian and Kevin and Ian. What's wrong with that guy? He's throwing all the hates towards these nice names. I never said Brian and Kevin are bad names, or even Ian. Bro kind of looks like Gilbert. I can see a little bit of Gilbert. I'll give you that for sure. Definitely not Matt, though. He does not look like Matt. What's wrong with Gilbert? What's wrong with Gilbert? Not gonna lie, I could see Ryan, Librarian being Ryan. No, he does not look like Ryan. There are many Ryans in the world, but Librarian ain't it. Jeremy? I do not see him as a Jeremy, man. James? I can see a little bit of James. I can see little James, like 2%. Same percent as Ian. What? Why? Why did we? What the hell? What's wrong? Why? Why? These are nice names, man. Oh my gosh, but what if your name is actually Gilbert, though? That would be insane, dude. Can you quickly take a photo of your driver license and DM me? I want to make sure your name is Gilbert. I just want to see the name, that's all. I don't want anything else. Gilbert has old man vibe. Don't you know the old names are now the new names? They're bringing back the old names now. Like Jenny. That used to be old name. There's only one Gilbert. Dude, what if actually we guessed it right and his name is Gilbert? Wouldn't he be freaking out? I think he's freaking out, man. Why would his wife call him Matt if his name was Gilbert? Because he doesn't have a wife. My name is not Gilbert. Sounds exactly like a Gilbert would say. Fine. I'm waiting, looking, waiting. People G, waiting, looking. Oh my god. I got a passport photo. Not passport. Oh my. No! He's not Gilbert! You should really reconsider and change your name to Gilbert. He sent me a photo of his passport. Just the name, though. Does it say that your gender is P? What the heck is that? No, you can't Photoshop that. It's so blurry. Ah, male. P is Priya, male. Okay, I was like, your gender is P? But I was like, what the fuck is P, man? I don't even know. Lisan P. His name is Matthew? You can still go back, man. You can still change it to Gilbert. Ain't no way you're Matthew. Guys, I saw his passport. It says Matthew. I just don't see him as Matthew, that's all. There's nothing wrong with Matthew either. All I'm saying is that I just don't see him as Matthew. Anything but Gilbert? Why? 'Cause it's too true? Why is Gilbert bad? It's bad? It's pretty bad? No! Hey, what's wrong with Gilbert? What do you mean? I know I'm not good looking, but Gilbert? What's wrong with Gilbert? Are you saying Gilberts are not hot? That's rude, man.
Just librarian, get in here a little bit closer. Just for me, just one video. One video. Can you play the Spelunky song? Just as like a little bit of throwback.